So, I'm gonna go over a little scene with you, and in the end of this scene, I want your reaction to what is happening.
All right.
So, you turn on your computer, and you immediately get sucked through the screen. As the smoke clears, you see the image of the moon, which is the one I just sent you. A
hmm
building with a sign that says dead end on it, and you hear a voice that says,
You've arrived at your destination. Welcome to Muerto City.
while a Spanish guitar is playing in the background. What is your reaction?
I should call my mom.
I need an adult, please.
No, it's just like the Spanish guitar's playing. Oh God, I should call my mother.
She loves the Spanish guitar?
Well, no, I'm Puerto Rican, so
Ah, I see.
so
You have the
the
Latin
the
vibe.
whole Latino culture is it's like, yep, I should call my mom. Immediately thinks of family.
Familia. I see. Alrighty. So now we move to you're in the studio. I'm there to the left. You're to my right, and I'm going to welcome you, and we'll get started. Welcome to the Dead End Amigos. I'm your host, Mariachi Loki. Today's guest is a VTuber recommended to me by the Sobrosa. Homie Streams categories are Fortnite, Star Wars The Old Republic, one of my favorite trailers of all time, Dragon Ball Z The Breakers, Skies of Arcadia Legend, and last but not least, Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green. Please welcome to the show our XTR Sunburn, aka Lewis. Welcome to the show.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing all right. Good evening to you. So, let's get started with these hot questions. My first question I have for you is, why did you get start VTubing?
Well, most things, the VTubing itself just kind of happened spontaneously. Like, there wasn't the debut or anything. It was more just I started streaming, and at some point I saw that some of my friends were VTubing, and I was like, that'd be interesting. And I just kind of decided to doodle something. I made that my VTuber avatar, and yeah, one stream I just kind of decided to put it up,
Okay. Were
and that just kept going.
were you a quote unquote flesh tuber before then?
No, I didn't have a camera. When I started, I very explicitly didn't want a camera
Okay.
because there was a lot of anxiety wrapped up with showing my face.
I see.
Not that there's like a problem with my appearance or anything like that, but I just have never been comfortable getting pictures taken of myself or being recorded, stuff like that.
Okay, so it was just a personal preference of yours to not have a
Pretty
camera.
much.
So were you
I
the
didn't want a webcam, but I liked the idea of having something there to physically represent my being there.
Okay.
And I kind of realized that through VTubing, I could just draw myself.
Yeah, that's the solution right there.
Yeah,
Um
and it's fun.
so were you a disembodied voice while streaming?
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much.
So that
For
was
like the
that was
first
your-
year, I want to say. No, wait. First year and a half. Because I started streaming somewhere around summer of 2020.
Okay, so fairly recent.
And
Well, recent 2 years.
yeah, 2.5 years.
Yeah.
But I mean,
That's
and
recent.
somewhere around. Yeah, I mean, honestly, probably. Somewhere around the end of 2021. So, like, for after a year and a half is when I started trying VTubing. And even then, I wasn't really that sure about it. I just kind of dipped my toes in the water kind of thing.
Okay.
So I just kind of drew a thing, but instead of properly VTubing and just having the avatar there, I made it a point redeem where people could turn on the avatar and turn it off if they wanted.
Oh, okay.
Just because I wasn't very confident in it.
I see.
But as things kept going, I kind of realized that I put so much work into that first model I drew, and honestly, it doesn't even look that great anymore. But but I was very proud of it at the time because that was the very first time I actually used a drawing tablet to do that.
Oh, so you used was it a
And
screen tablet or a one of those that you have to look
no,
at
it
the
wasn't a
screen?
screen tablet.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like a Deco or something. It belonged to my roommate. It was their old tablet before I gifted them a new one during one of the Christmases. And I think it belongs to my wife, but I just kind of ended up using it, and that was my first attempt to draw digitally.
Okay.
And yeah, like I mean, it wasn't great, but it was mine.
Yeah. It was something that was yours and no one else could claim.
Let me see if I can send it to you really quick, just so that you can see, so you have a frame of reference of what the very first one was.
Okay. Do you remember
Sorry.
what program you used?
To draw it,
Yeah.
I have an ancient version of Photoshop that I never bothered to update.
Okay, I see.
I've been working on Photoshop 7.0 for 20 plus years.
Oh, okay. I see.
Like, this was before the creative suite, so can't catch me, Adobe.
I see. Okay, so a rather compared to the model you have now, the image that we have up here, it does look like a more simplified version of it. You have way more shadows and highlights and lowlights and outlines on your current image compared to like this one where it's like just highlight and shadows and things like that. Still, it's pretty good for using a tablet. I tried.
Yeah,
using
like
a tablet. It was I just
Mhm.
can't. I need a screen.
Oh god, no, that was kind of the main issue because I'm not a digital artist.
Mm-hmm.
Most of my art comes from sketching. And like I never progressed past sketching. I like to sketch, but the sketches never really go anywhere.
Okay.
And but for the VTubing, I kind of a lot of honestly the whole channel, like the logo, the banner, the little headers in the about page, the layout of the stream itself, like I made all of it. So the VTuber kind of followed the same philosophy if I wanted to make everything on my own.
Okay.
And I mean it's not great, but I was proud of it because it's mine. I made it.
Hey, as long as you're
And
proud
you
about
can
it.
tell, you can just tell just based on the model that I have now and the model back then. It's like there was growth. I can ignore it all I want, but I have clearly grown a lot with digital art.
Mm-hmm. And it seems like you've come with your own style as well. Especially with the hair. I get like just looking at the hair itself on the current image I see, it's like almost I don't know why I get this like Danny Phantom like hair.
Oh god, I wasn't going for that, but yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
Like the color outlined over the highlight is kind of like a Danny Phantom style, which is cool. I mean, I'm not. We all gotta get an inspiration somewhere, but hey, you didn't get it from that. But that's what
No,
I'm
I
getting.
did.
That's what I'm getting.
I absolutely did. I loved Danny Phantom when I was younger.
That makes
I
sense.
think it was subconscious, but like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you're right. As I was drawing it, and I kind of and the coloring was then I kind of realized this looks like Danny Phantom hair. Hang on a second.
Hey, we all have our inspirations. My biggest inspiration is Soul Eater, so I got more of my art aesthetic from that. It's a hard style to try to do, especially if you don't know anatomy too well.
Oh, but I saw that moon. The moment I saw that moon, I knew.
Oh yeah, I love that moon. That moon, I'm like, it's a perfect moon. I can't make it like as perfect as he drew it, but I'm like, I want my own like Day of the Dead looking moon. So
Like I'm pretty sure there's like a poker game where like that moon and Majora's moon just kind of hang out.
oh hell yeah, they're both like scowling at everyone.
Their poker faces are awesome.
I mean, there's no sun in Muerto City because it's always, dark. But
That's fair.
we need a moon. So what is the lore and history behind your name?
The name?
Yeah. What'd you choose?
Oh
that
boy.
name?
So it's actually really funny because this name came from something that happened in high school.
Okay.
So you know those college programs where you get to go to college during the summer while you're in high school for like extra credit to like get credits early or something like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Never been,
So
but yeah.
okay, well, during one of those, I went to a water park, and since I was on my own, unsupervised, like I was living on my own at this college campus while I was like 17 or something. So I spent all day in the water park. There wasn't a cloud in the sky. Nice and sunny day, no sunscreen. And at first I thought, no, it's fine. Like this is lovely. I don't need my mom to tell me to put on sunscreen. It's fine. I'll be fine. I got second-degree sunburns from that.
Oh my god. Wait, how long were you
Second-
out there?
The whole day.
Oh, okay, I see.
The whole day. And then, like, at night we were bowling, and, like, while I was bowling, like, my body just felt really stiff and sore, and, like, I don't know why, what was going on. Like, I went to the bus and just kind of laid down, and then the next day I kind of realized that I just had second-degree sunburns all over my face, ears, shoulders, arms, chest, stomach, everything.
Holy shit.
For 2 weeks, I was very intimately acquainted with aloe vera.
Yeah. Yeah.
And around the same time, this was around the time Halo 2 came out, or a little after Halo 2 came out. So this was a while back.
Okay.
And so Xbox Live and playing Halo 2 online on Xbox Live was just the big thing for me at the time. Which, of course, since it's a big online thing, people kept hacking other people's accounts.
Okay.
My account got hacked around that time. I don't remember what came of that. But I couldn't think of what else to name the account, and I was currently suffering through second-degree sunburns. So my first thought was, Sunburn Extreme. That one got hacked too.
Oh my god.
And then after that one got hacked, I'm just like, alright, what if I just did it backwards? XTR Sunburn. And that one stuck. And then I realized that Halo 2 has a little emblem in the armor that looks like a sun symbol.
Oh my god.
And I just kind of decided, no, actually this synergizes well. And that's it. So I had one bad experience, and I made that my entire personality for, like, I don't know, 15 years.
That's so good. That's so funny. See?
That I still, the icon on my Twitch channel is the soul symbol from Halo 2.
See, amigos? Even trauma can be turned into your own fucking brand name. Who would have known? I would have
Weaponize your trauma. It can't own you if you own it.
Oh my god. I can't. That's so funny. I would have never thought to use my own traumatic experience as my brand. It's so good.
Everyone always asks me why XTR Sunburn, and I'm just like, so let me tell you a story.
It all started when I was a wee lad and I did not wear sunscreen. Oh, that's so good.
No sunscreen whatsoever, and I am pale as hell.
I see. So, it all made sense.
Do not learn the hard way what aloe vera does for you. Do not learn that the hard way.
Unfortunately, I tend to not get sunburned because I have a more darker complexion, but when I was in a building, I was more prone to get sunburned. But I was also a vampire gremlin and rarely went out in the sun, so I avoided the sun at all costs.
Yeah, it's never gotten that bad before that or after. That was the worst sunburn I've ever had.
Must have been a really hot day that day.
Ooh, boy. Clearly more than I thought it was.
So, what kind of content do you provide or wish to provide on your channel?
Well, mostly I just like to play games. Like, you were listing off the categories earlier, and those categories aren't static.
Okay.
A lot of what I like to do on Twitch is just, like, my main goal on Twitch is just to go through my backlog of games.
Ah, okay.
There's a lot of games that I've bought and accrued over the years, and some old games that I like to collect just because they're either really good or just notoriously bad. See Sonic 06.
Oh god, you've actually tried to beat it?
But
or did you beat
it? I streamed it. I streamed it. A whole thing. Start to finish.
So, was it an hour of loading total?
Oh god. You know what? I should go back through the stream and check, honestly, because there's a non-zero chance. There was one quest where there were like double-digit loading screens for one quest. It was insane.
I'm pretty sure it was the notorious first one.
But getting back to that, the thing is, I have a giant backlog of games, but I have the attention span of a goldfish. And I just kept building up games, but either I would start them and get bored of them, or I would never finish them.
Okay.
Which I'm sure that's a pretty common problem. I can't be the only one that has that problem. But I kind of decided, you know what would help if I streamed myself playing these games, because that way there's like a tiny bit of social pressure to not leave them hanging.
Okay, I see. So, how far in your backlog
that's
are you?
mostly the goal.
Have you just scratched the surface of your backlog, or have you made a significant dent?
Like, there's right now I'm playing through Breakers and all these other multiplayer games, but yeah, the goal was originally obviously the goal has kind of shifted a little, but it started with I have a giant backlog of games. I should play them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Unfortunately, most of my backlog is survival games, and you can't really beat them technically, quote unquote. But they're still fun. Multiplayer. But okay. And how deep does that backlog go? If you're a scale of
Oh,
1 to
boy.
10, where are you in that current quest?
Okay, if, on a scale of like 100%,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've even hit 10%.
Oh man, so we got a long path to go, don't we?
Like I'm pretty sure that I'm like I'm pretty sure that there are entire consoles I haven't touched yet. Like I only just recently started streaming from the PS2 of all things.
Oh, okay.
And that's really just because the PS2 requires such weird hardware to stream directly from the console.
Mm-hmm.
Like out of the rest of the consoles, like there are easier solutions, but the PS2 is finicky as hell.
I could imagine. Is it the slim one or the big thick boy?
Well, I have the slim one, but most of the issue with the PS2 is that it's stuck somewhere between the HD generation and traditional 4x3,
Okay.
and it's just like it's in the same area as like the Dreamcast and the Xbox and the GameCube. And the other three, much easier to stream from. For some reason, the PS2, it's just I don't know, man. Like I really don't know how to explain it.
There's no
It's
need
just-
to
it's
try.
just hard.
There's no need to try.
What is going on under the hood of the PS2? I could not begin to tell you.
Well, it was supposed to be like, a great overall experience of the PS2 because wasn't it the PS2 that you could play PS1 games as well? I don't remember if that was the thing, but I'm pretty sure I remember PlayStation wanting to do like you could play older games on their newest console. So that was like their motive or like one of their things back then. I could be remembering it wrong. But
Well, yeah, backwards compatibility was a big selling point of the PS2. That much I remember. And then the PS3 and PS4 just kind of rolled that back.
yeah, they're like, whatever.
Maybe not so much. It worked on the PS2. That's it. One and done. One and done, guys.
Yeah, it's like it worked
You
on
can
the
rewind, right?
PS2,
You got money.
and the future of that console is you cannot stream it for shit. That was their their compensating for that. Okay, so PS2 stuff and the backlog. That we have content for years, I would assume.
Oh god, I have an Excel spreadsheet of all of the consoles and games.
You've hit
And that does not include Steam.
oh, so have you hit triple digits, quadruple digits?
Oh my god. I honestly I'm scared of counting. I feel like if I count it, it's just going to turn into this giant monolith that I'll never tackle. So it's just like, no, you know what? Let's just fly by the seat of our pants. We'll figure it out as we go. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Don't know how deep you are. I see. Never tell me the odds, as Han Solo says. So you said you drew your current model. Did you rig your model as well?
Well, the model approach is a little weird. So at the time that I drew the first model, there was this browser source that you could use so that you could get on a voice call on Discord,
Mm-hmm.
set and upload your model to a website, and it would trigger so that whenever you talked on Discord, the mouth would open and close.
Okay, is it the
And it was that simple originally. Then after that, I downloaded Yeah, like this was before the reactive.fugi.tech was such a common thing. So like the software for it was really roundabout, but it was functionally the same thing. Or the browser for it.
a lot of troubleshooting? I'm
Like
assuming.
functionally the same thing, but yeah. It was not as straightforward and as easy to use as the reactive.fugi is.
Mm.
but somewhere also around the same time, I downloaded Vroid Studio because I think it was around the time that they announced that Vroid Studio was going free and had all these free options if you just wanted to mess around with it. And it's fun for accessibility, but at the time I didn't really see myself using it that much because one of the main things about my model is that I wanted the model that I drew to be the most like me that I could make it.
Okay.
Like playing around with the cartoony elements of it, but I wanted it to be me. I wanted it to be as authentic to me as possible.
A render of you, basically.
Yeah. So, and spoilers, I'm fat. I wanted the model to be fat. It was very important to me that the model was fat because I noticed that a lot of the models, or at least the models that I saw in the VTuber community, were like really skinny and conventionally attractive.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing wrong with that. That's not a dig on anyone, but the way I took to that was I don't see a lot of fat models, and I want a fat model, so I drew a fat model. Unfortunately, Vroid doesn't have fat options.
Hey, we should advocate.
And I was honestly, yeah.
It's like we want fat
like they have like this.
convention.
Yeah, I want fat. Give me Vroid. Look at me in the face. Give me a fat model. Come on.
You give me
Like
the skinny
they have
options.
they have something that looks like a fat bodysuit that you can put on a skinny model, but you can tell that it just does not look natural in the slightest.
Okay, so it is naturally
But
able to increase the body mass.
yeah, like if you're fat, you're going to have like thicker arms. You're going to have chubbier cheeks. Like lean into it. Come on. But I noticed like I made basically a skinny anime boy version of myself on Vroid based on the first thing that I drew.
Mm-hmm.
And it was mostly just to see if I could, just to see what it would look like. And it's mostly where the big like shit-eating grin came from, because I kind of realized, I can make like a big shit-eating grin and like tired eyes. Like, yeah, I like this. I don't want to replace my model like it, but I like it. But then I made an important discovery.
What's that?
I can switch out the shirt textures in Vroid, which means that I could create a bunch of memes and shitposts in Photoshop, put them on Vroid shirt textures, and upload them back to Vroid. And the moment I made that discovery, I realized a whole new world of shitposting has opened up for me.
So you only use the Vroid model as like shitposting content for the shirts?
Well, no, the moment I realized that I could do really dumb, fun shirts with Vroid, I just kind of went all in.
Oh, okay.
That's when the old model was done, and I just started using Vroid. Like I missed the fact that I was basically getting rid of the fact that the model is fat, but I gained so much more with the shitposting, because what doesn't come through what hasn't come through in the conversation is that the model also started with sunglasses, just literally the deal with it meme sunglasses, and that didn't stop. Like the Vroid model literally has deal with it glasses in like almost every stream of 2021. And every shirt for every stream is a different shirt, just because that just kind of became the thing I wanted to do. I wanted every shirt to be a new shirt because I thought that would be funny. Most of what I do is just because I think it'd be funny.
I mean, you found something that I didn't even think you could do that. But bringing it back to the meme of shirts, you must be...
Neither did I.
The shirt thing, you must be the cleanest VTube model ever, because we all have the same, outfit constantly, and that's one of the questions we get asked is like, do you shower? Like, because you have the same fucking outfit.
Well, I can definitively tell you. I can definitively tell you, I shower.
Yeah.
Mystery answered.
Good. We have one person who showers, everyone. I'm a skeleton.
Confirmed.
I don't need
VTubers, at least one, showers.
Use them Sasquatch soaps.
I have been having problems with the... Oh, I'm sorry. There was a bit of a hiccup there.
What was that? Oh, from what I said?
No, there was a bit of an audio glitch. I have kind of phased out the Vroid though, because I noticed that the software that gets used for Vroid has kind of become a problem on my computer because it takes up a lot of GPU and CPU,
Okay.
and my computer doesn't have that much of either of those to spare.
I see. Resources.
Like sometimes sometimes the Vroid will turn into like a PowerPoint presentation while the game is running just fine or something like that.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Yeah. So like the physicality of the Vroid is fun, like being able to move around and stuff like that. And I do like that physicality. And I do like the shirts. And I like that it kind of helped me flesh out the personality of this model. The big shit-eating grin, the sunglasses, the shirts. Like I do like all of that. But I was getting tired of the technical issues that kept happening because of Vroid. And that's kind of why I switched over to this, what you're seeing now. This is actually pretty recent. Like, I'm talking like a week.
Oh, wow. Okay. That recent.
Yeah, this is like immensely recent. It's only been like 2 streams as of the time of this.
I can't remember the
But
first
it helped me,
stream.
this model...
I'm pretty sure Sub Rosa brought us to you. But I can't remember if I remember this model or if it was a different one. But I do remember
most
the
likely it was the
princess
Vroid.
behind you, the princess looking one, that was behind your model. So I do remember that. I'm pretty sure it was like late at night.
Oh, that was my wife.
Yeah, I was like, is that like a Princess Zelda rendition? I thought it was cool.
Yeah, actually, so my wife, she's not very fond of VTubing, and not as a dig at me, just like in general, she doesn't like the concept for herself. But I was always convinced that she would have fun with it if she found an angle that she enjoyed. But she kind of had the same problem I had at the start, where you have this preconception of what VTubers are and should be, and if you don't fit within that preconception, then you don't feel like it'll be fun for you. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I clearly don't fit into the traditional VTuber preconception. I look like a Danny Phantom Steven Universe character. How much? You're not gonna see that very much.
No,
But I just kind of realized, all right, what are the things that my wife likes? My wife likes jokes, and my wife loves Zelda. So I'm just like, all right, hear me out. What if cartoon Zelda? And she was like, shit. You're right. I want that.
I want that. It works. It's definitely memorable.
So I drew
when
it.
I see it, and I was like,
I drew it.
it's pretty accurate.
The moment I realized that she expressed a genuine interest in that, I'm just like, I will learn whatever skills I have to bring this vision to life.
It's accurate. I was like, is that Zelda in the back? But like the cartoon, like kind of cursed image Zelda, like she clearly wasn't like a cursed image, but like that cartoon itself is cursed. So yeah, I found that amusing. And then you guys are playing Star Wars on top of that. So
I'm so immensely proud of it, mostly just because. Yeah, I took like a bunch of.
No, I was just saying about Star Wars. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, no. If Sub Rosa rated us and you saw the Zelda model, we were most likely playing Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we usually play that at night. It's just something we can do with each other.
Oh, I remember. Specifically, you guys were on Terrace, and you ended up getting stuck on a box somehow.
Oh, fucking Terrace!
It's always fucking Terrace. Yeah.
Fucking Terrace! I swear to God! The planet that never fucking ends!
Yeah.
Is that my reputation now? The guy who's stuck on Terrace forever?
But, like, you were stuck, like, on a week. I don't know how the hell you got stuck on that box, but it was amusing to be like, can you look real quick? I need help, please.
Help, please. Please, assistance, please.
Though in the end, you got out of it, but it was just hilarious.
Old Republic is a well-programmed game.
Oh, yes. Very balanced and polished game. Said no one ever. I still like the concept, but man, the execution was just
immensely well-programmed game. Absolutely, no problems whatsoever.
Great trailer. Just the execution was just flat as hell.
Yeah, like the cinematics and the story are the best part of it. Everything else is just like a middling WoW clone.
Yeah. My favorite thing to do in that, because I used to play the shit out of that game, was when I would go to someone's their scene that's happening and I'm not the main character, you can actually clap in the middle of their cinematic. And it's really fucking annoying to the other person. All you hear is over and over and over again. It's so amusing to me.
Oh my god, it gets worse because now it gets worse because now the game for some reason just randomly shows people like walking through the model that you're having a cinematic with.
Oh, nice.
And I don't know if that's like a glitch or something, but it is hysterical.
No, it's
like sometimes we'll just have something and then like the camera cuts to the NPC that is having a quest and like I don't know, there's like a Jedi half clipping into them.
It's not a bug anymore, it's a feature. They've left it for so long, it's just a feature now. Introducing Jedi clipping. That's what we wanted, not polished animations and better camera angles. No. Now you get Jedi clipping.
You get Jedi clipping. Well, welcome to the future.
I just think like some of like you've played the game. Some of the animations are just hilarious to look at. Like
I played the game so much when I was like back when it was like new that like every time I look at the animations for this game, I'm just sitting here like, yep, I know that recycled animation. I know that recycled animation. I know that recycled animation because it's an MMO. Obviously, everyone's not going to have a unique animation, but it's just like it's just amazing. How long I played this game that like I recognize all the stock animations that the NPCs cycle through.
My favorite is the pointing one. The pointing animation.
Just like, oh god, no.
It's like, here we go. He's saying something important because he's doing the pointing thing.
Yeah, where it's just like point.
And just the standing, like the anime is like semi like A posing. Like they're just everyone's so stiff when they're just standing around a circle. It's Star Wars.
No,
like,
my favorite.
Funny.
My favorite thing about Old Republic, and I swear this is my favorite, absolute favorite thing, is whenever you get an NPC that speaks in a different language, but you can tell that the audio for the alien language does not line up with how long the dialogue is supposed to be. So they'll finish their audio, but then they'll just stand there in awkward silence waiting for the next line.
I didn't notice that. Holy shit. Now I have to look into that. Oh my god.
Every time. I'm pretty sure I made that a highlight on my channel the first time it happened because we're just like, yo, come on, we got guy, finish your thought, come on.
You got to Kakuda. And you're just like staring at you.
And then they just stop for like 5 solid seconds.
You're just like, alright.
And then cuts to the next dialogue.
And he just like does that like weird head turn and then his body turns at the same, like at a different time than his head and neck turning and his I can't explain that, like when they're turning. They do like an owl neck turn.
I hate this game, but I love this game. But I hate this game, but I love this game.
You love how bad the game is ending up, and you know, it's just you gotta have it's so bad it's good kind of category.
Nostalgia carries it for me at this point, but you can definitely tell that this game is dated. Like you can tell that this game came out in like the 2012s and has not grown past that. And you know what? As MMO standing on its own, that ain't great. But as a nostalgic like lens into what MMOs were like in 2012, it's kind of fascinating.
Oh yeah, it's pretty. But the funny thing is, like, it starts reaching more to the 2012s the further leveled you are in the story, because they clearly didn't give as much polish and love. Unlike, so I played the game like fairly recent, and going through like, you know, starting a character from 1 and doing all that, I'm like, yo, what are these camera angles? What is this cinematic? Like they're doing this in-game cinematic, and I'm just like, whoa, this is completely different than before. But like, you know, the further you go in the game, there's no camera angles, everything's all stiff. It's really like back to your like static camera, just like
and
that.
that's when you realize this hasn't changed at all, has it?
Yep. But hey, that beginning was pretty cool. I was like, oh, they fucking updated the animations. That's awesome. I can't wait
I mean,
to
you know
see
what?
the rest. And it's like, oh no, we're back to the fucking bullshit camera. Yeah.
Aha! I knew it. It's disappointment.
Once again, you can't disappoint me further, Star Wars Old Republic.
You can't catch me, EA. I know your game.
I know your game. Here's my money for my cartel coins. I want the lightsaber.
No, see, Jen and I are filthy freemium players, so you know.
So you bought everything with credits.
No, we played the game before there was a free-to-play model, when it was just subscription. So like we were in it, and then they announced the free-to-play model around the time that EA like just got the license for all the Star Wars stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like I was not happy with the free-to-play model because I liked the subscription model, but then the free-to-play model is just the subscription model but gutted.
Yeah. Oh, and
I'm just
the
like,
level, like just the level gut, like they reduce your XP by like what, like half or like 3/4?
and yeah, they do, but like at the same time, you get so much XP now. Like the difficulty for the game hasn't changed, but the amount of XP it shits out at you absolutely has. Like I am level 41. I just got to Nar Shaddaa. I'm level 41.
Oh, okay. So you power level yourself just by doing the story and
Yeah,
side
just
quests.
like I'm on Republic side, so like the order of planets is Ord Mantell, Coruscant, Terrace, Nar Shaddaa. Yeah. So we've only done Ord Mantell, Coruscant, and Terrace. We just got to Nar Shaddaa, we're level 41.
You're almost like
This is
done
the-
with the
this-
game. You're
And like
almost
at level
maxed.
20 they tell you we are now cutting your XP in half, and I'm just like, please do. We're too powerful.
It's like these
Save us
heroics
from
are easy.
ourselves.
These heroics are easy. What do you mean?
They're not even 2 or 4 man anymore. They're just heroics.
Oh, see, I remember dying a lot with a full party squad in like some random heroic in no, it was on the Sith side. It was shit, what's it? What's that planet? The second planet that you go to from
Droman Koss.
Droman Koss. It was like a heroic in the middle of the fucking jungle. And then we like
Oh, it was the
four-man
Mandalorians, wasn't it?
I think so. And like you 4-man party that shit, and like everyone's dying. I was like, dude, what the fuck?
Now it's just a fucking breeze now. It's just all a fucking breeze now.
Well, because you get buffs from like all other classes and shit. Like it's nuts. The amount of buffs you get just by pushing one button.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
But
We even started on a new server specifically just so that we wouldn't have those kinds of buffs, but it's a breeze now.
oh wow, so I guess it's easy mode now.
Yeah, the whole game is just kind of a breeze. It's
Would
a
you
little disappointing.
Would you solo or have a person with you?
I usually play with Jen. I usually play with my wife. I think I have some characters that I made sit side that I play with my wife and also a friend of ours. So we're not soloing. I feel like Old Republic would kind of be a little harder for me to stay invested in if I was soloing it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I feel like the fact that one, I'm playing with my wife, and 2, we're streaming it is part of the reason why I'm still playing it.
That's fair. Yeah, I tried.
At least for me, since I'm so burnt out on it. Like
Yeah,
I played it so much already.
Just out of curiosity, I know we're completely deviating from VTubing, but
Oh yeah, but like I'm having fun. I'm in.
me too. But so on the Star Wars question, did you play Battlefront, the new one, Battlefront 2?
I didn't play. I played a little bit of the first EA Battlefront.
Oh, I see.
Because my roommate bought it at the time, but I really, it really felt like I played it for 3 hours and that's it. I saw everything the game had to offer. I didn't play Battlefront 2, although I do hear that it's a little better, even though there was that whole loot box thing.
Yeah, that whole thing that happened. But the problem now is that like I don't see a lot of people talking about it, but me and my friend have this issue. You log in, the game breaks. Like it'll tries to launch, dies immediately. You can't
what the
do anything. You can't change the options. You can't change the graphics. The game dies.
Once again, I repeat, EA, I'm not playing your game, EA. EA, look me in the fucking eyes. What the hell are you doing over there?
Try to steal your money. You can't even play the damn game. I got trolled, man. It was a good time playing it when it worked, but I don't know what the fuck they did.
EA out there is like, all right, first we get them to spend real money on the loot boxes, then shut it all down. Shut it all down right now. Do it.
Break the game.
Break it right now. No refunds.
Put
Play Battlefront 3.
instead of execute Order 66. Break the system.
All of EA's executives just immediately start shooting the servers for Battlefront 2.
They all bring out their hoods and cloaks, and it's like, execute Order 66.
They all put on their clone trooper helmets and just start shooting the servers.
I swear, the game is so broken. I can't. It's sad because it's so good. Like, they hit the execution on the gameplay, at least. It's fun. But good God, like, the menus are awful. The fucking PvP is atrocious. Like, it is not fun. But
we all knew the gameplay itself was going to be solid. The gameplay and the graphics were going to be solid because this is DICE we're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
We all knew that the Battlefield devs making a Battlefront game was like, oh man, this is a match made in heaven. But it's kind of like when we heard that BioWare was making a Star Wars MMO and we think, oh, this is a match made in heaven. Yes, you're right. But also consider EA is in the mix.
Right.
Like, every time you think, oh, hey, this is a match made in heaven. Also remember, EA is here to fuck it up. And they will.
Microtransactions,
And they
everyone.
have.
That's our favorite DLC.
EA's like, we love you and your wallet. Mostly your wallet. Actually, you can leave.
You can leave. Leave your wallet, though.
You can leave. Leave the wallet, though.
It's such a stab to the heart, like, for real, that they would do something like that. But we all knew it was going to happen, honestly.
I always think I'm not that big of a Star Wars fan. Then I remember, like, the 5 million Star Wars games I have.
I mean, we all remember Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic 2. Nothing could probably match that unless they completely, like, take it out of a big ass company and make Old Republic 3.
I mean, I won't lie, and I know this is a hot take. I like the first Old Republic more, but that has more to do with how young I was when I played it.
Okay, so there's a big nostalgia factor.
Well, yeah, nostalgia's a big factor, and also I know that KOTOR 2 has just a lot of cut content that I never got to see. And I know that if you play the PC version, there's that restoration patch, but I just don't have the time and energy anymore.
It's a lot of work to get, the full thing. I just like number 2 because it just had so much more to offer. It felt more like a D&D game in the story aspect. I'm a huge D&D nerd. It felt more like D&D storytelling at that point, more than, like, I felt like KOTOR 1 was more, combat focused and things like that. But the dialogue was amazing. You really felt
and that makes
like
sense because it's Obsidian.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I feel like if I played it now, I would probably agree. Like, knowing what I know now, I would probably enjoy KOTOR 2 more than KOTOR 1. I feel the dialogue in KOTOR 1 is probably really still... I have no idea. I haven't played it in a while.
Yeah.
But,
though good luck getting a version that is compatible with today's screens, because I've been having issues with trying to run the game. Yeah,
that's the fun part, actually.
Oh, is it?
It is. See, here's the thing. One of the things that I pride myself when it comes to streaming is that I want to be able to stream from all the old hardware that I have available. So I have things set up so that I can stream from all my old consoles. The PS2 was just the last one. But, like, theoretically, I could just take KOTOR on the Xbox, put it on my original Xbox, stream it from there.
I see.
And let me tell you, please play KOTOR on the original Xbox. Don't play it on the 360. It will not run well, chug, stutter. It is a hot mess. I don't know what the hell they did to KOTOR when it runs on the 360, but it is a hot fucking mess.
It must
either
be just
play it on the
bad
original Xbox or cry.
Yeah, I do remember playing it on the Xbox, and it's totally different. Like, just the amount of graphic, I guess, optimization that they did, but it wasn't a miss on the console, which was weird because when you played it on the PC, it felt flat to me. Like, all the colors were flat.
I really don't know what it is. It really does just feel like the original Xbox version of KOTOR on the original Xbox is somehow the most authentic, best running version of the game. Every time they try to port it to newer hardware, it just somehow works less and less. I haven't played the current version, like the one that's like coming out on the Switch and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, you know how like limited run games that like $200+ master edition and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I bought that. I'm still waiting for it. This was a year ago. So, you know, I'll keep you updated on whenever that shit arrives. Crossing my fingers for less than 2 years.
Oh man, hopefully they didn't just take your money and run.
Yeah, probably not, but like, boy, they lost a lot of faith on that one.
Yeah, yeah.
So anyway, now that we've derailed your entire interview with Star Wars.
Hey, I love Star Wars, so that's something I don't know a lot about, but I'm very passionate about it because I grew up with that shit. So
Oh, same.
So with your model, are you planning on adding more to it?
Yes, actually.
What is in the works?
All right. So, while I really like having a model that represents me, I have started dipping my toes into what I would like if I made a more fantastical model.
Fantastical.
Well, like something, you know, more fictional, more like, you know how Lamari has like her like purple pixie AI, and Sub Rosa has the space prince aesthetic, and Tolka is basically Cthulhu.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just been thinking, like, if I made like a model that was completely fictional, like an actual fictional character, what would I make?
Okay.
And I actually spent the last month kind of working on that, just kind of doodling at work and like messing with colors and just figuring out what it is that I want. And I do have I did draw a bunch of references, and I actually commissioned someone to draw a reference sheet based on everything that I doodled. So that's kind of actually in the works.
Okay.
Like a design that is more fictional. But part of that is actually represented in the model that you're seeing right now. Because when I was drawing that, I went back to the philosophy of I want a model that looks closer to what I look like, you know, a fatter model, more cartoony model.
Okay.
Something to represent my hair as it looks now, minus the Danny Phantom blue shine, apparently.
Hey man, I think you should keep it. That's pretty,
Oh, I'm keeping that.
That's pretty.
I'm keeping that.
Yeah, definitely.
But when I finished drawing that, I realized I would like a kind of stopgap design. Something that looks like it comes between the Vroid and this new thing that I'm making. And that's what this is. Like, I wanted to take the fat model that I wanted to take the design the fancy design that I made, which I'm being a little coy about, and draw a version of that is wearing the stuff that my Vroid wears. You know, very casual, here's a dumb t-shirt with a meme on it. Here's some sunglasses. Stuff like that.
Okay.
And that's what this is. This is kind of like a stopgap. And because it's a stopgap, there was less pressure on me to like make it the most perfect model ever. It's like, no, just make something you're happy with.
Yeah.
And I just made this.
And
with any luck. Mm-hmm.
Can you give us a sneak peek into what theme you chose?
Well, I mean, I don't mind. It's not like I'm going to debut or anything. I'm just playing coy because I'm excited about it and I want to, you know, not show it until it's perfect. You know how that goes.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't mind talking about it. I tried to lean into like what are the things I like. And first off, I like sci-fi. That's become abundantly clear.
Okay.
The Star Wars tangent made that very clear.
Yes, you clearly are passionate about the wars in space.
I am passionate about the wars in space. But moreover, a lot of the fandoms that I like are also sci-fi. Like, I'm a big fan of Mega Man X. I'm a big fan of Halo. I'm a big fan of Metroid. Stuff like that.
Okay.
And when I was doodling, everything just kind of went back to I like sci-fi armor. Like, I like things like the Master Chief's armor or Samus's armor or the Mega Man X armors.
So plated space armor kind of.
Yeah, that kind of like plated space armor sort of thing. So at first I tried doodling something that looked more like Samus or Master Chief, and then it very quickly became apparent. Oh, I do not have the skills for this. No, no, this is very intricate, detailed, mechanical stuff that I definitely cannot draw.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I can tell.
And once we got to that point, I kind of made a pivot to Mega Man X because it's more cartoony, it's more sleek.
Smoother
And
edges, I'm guessing.
it's a very like 90s anime. It's very like yeah, 90s anime is a good way to describe it.
Okay,
And
very
it never really
cartoony.
grew past that, which is good for me. I love that shit. And one of the characters in Mega Man X is a character named Double. He's from Mega Man X4, and the big thing for him is he's fat. Like just flat out, he's a fat robot. And that kind of became the jumping off point for how I could design a fat version of myself that looks like some kind of sci-fi armor robot thing.
Okay. I see. Yeah, I had to look him up real quick because I didn't remember.
Yeah, I'm actually looking up a picture right now so that I can send it to you because I don't want to, I don't want to just leave it up to imagination, I guess. Let me really quickly send you this. There you go.
Oh, yes. Exactly the picture that I saw. Okay.
So a lot of the aesthetic comes from that because that's when I made the realization, right, I fucking love Mega Man X. Why the hell am I not leaning into that? So once I made that realization, everything just kind of fell into place. I've been keeping a few people apprised of where that design process has been going. I think Lamari is one of them because I know that Lamari is kind of the design person between the three of them.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just kind of giving everyone free V-Roid models left and right.
Yeah, she does that out of the goodness of her heart.
No, she's great. But yeah, I've been kind of keeping I've been keeping a few people apprised of that process, and I commissioned a friend to draw a reference sheet, and they're talking about adding some, I went actually really hard into drawing the model, but it's obviously I'm not going to use that because it was just like I doodled it and then I just filled in color. Like I was just trying to get the idea of like how it would look like design wise, not so much make a fancy drawing, just get the idea, like what colors are they, like what are its proportions, stuff like that.
Okay, like a sloppy, like, this is what I'm looking at.
A rough draft.
Better. Rough draft. There you go.
Yeah. And I basically sent everything that I drew to the commissioner, and they basically mentioned, yeah, I'll do this, and then I'm going to add like some kind of Halo/MCU kind of armor detailing, and I was like, yeah, that sounds great. Can't wait to see it, and I'm still waiting. But until then, I kind of drew the stopgap design, and I'm super happy with it.
Awesome. Can't wait to see that final rendition when you finally do put on that suit, and I think it'll be cool. I definitely do see why you picked that as your theme or aesthetic. I'm excited.
I love Mega Man X.
So,
also, I didn't realize this until after I was done designing it, but and this is not on purpose, but it just occurred to me, or not just now, but it occurred to me that the whole sci-fi robot armor aesthetic kind of fits with Lamari and Sub Rosa and Tolk. That's not on purpose.
I mean, yeah. You could totally fit as like an engineer. Like,
that was not on purpose.
Hey, like,
I like that sci-fi, man. What can I say?
Be part of the space family. Why not? You're part of theirs, so their community. So why not just lean into that?
Lamari out there, like Lamari AI, like we found a robot in the luggage compartment. What do we do with him?
He's kind of round, but he's really good at what he does. So
he's funny. Should we keep him? I'll feed him. I promise.
Please, Sub Rosa, can we keep him?
I'll feed him and pet him.
It's
okay. I'll make sure that he gets all the meals he needs.
Gotta love Lamari. Okay, so this one's a little long one. So, what is your strongest, weakest, and most recent improvement of your stream?
Well, I actually think that my strongest improvement overall is just working on the stream aesthetically. Like the fact that I made the banner, the fact that I made the logo, the fact that I made the icon, the fact that I made the layout of the stream itself, the fact that I make my own model. Like, The strongest thing that came from me doing all of my own stuff is that by virtue of wanting to make a better stream, I've gotten better at doing those things.
Okay.
Like, yeah, and like my layout has gone through a few changes. Like, there's some consistency with like the space background and stuff like that. But it started out really simple, and then it stayed simple, but I made space for the VTuber model, and then I added more complexity to it based on stuff I liked, and that's where we're at right now. And it's just I've gotten better and better at graphic design and I guess character design in a way that I wouldn't have if I hadn't started streaming.
Oh, okay. It really
Just by-
pushed you to.
Yeah, just by
Get
having that like avenue, that like way to get creative.
Yeah, I mean, I have to agree with that as well. Like this studio design that I drew, the fucking chairs, my other animations, the concept of a podcast, like that whole thing stemmed from me being a VTuber and just streaming. And I'm like, you know what? I literally just woke up one day. It's like, you know what? I want to do a podcast. How? I have no idea.
Do it.
I'm just gonna go for it. I don't know damn thing about podcasting, but here we are.
And look at where you are now.
Yep, I can ask a question.
Amazing. You did it.
I did it.
You're doing great, sweetie.
So what's the weakest thing of your stream?
I guess not so much of the stream, but myself, I guess. I like to remind myself that growth comes naturally. That you don't want people to follow you who aren't there for you. Like you want to have fun, and you want to have fun. You want to make sure that you're doing what you want, but it's sometimes very hard to remember that in the face of like seeing people that are growing faster than you, or seeing like people with more viewers than you, and it's just like that is a part of the brain that you kind of have to forcibly shut off.
The comparison that happens.
The comparison. It's first of all, it's bullshit.
Yeah.
Like you don't know the circumstances around why people aren't watching you, or you don't know the circumstances over why people are growing faster than you, and you shouldn't need to, and it doesn't matter because like they might be streaming different games than you are, they might have different vibes than you are. It might even be as simple as they have a better model than you, and who cares? Even in the situation where all of those things are true, what the fuck are you gonna do about it? Change your entire stream to match? No, that's stupid.
Yeah, because at that point it's not yours. You're trying to emulate someone else.
You're just chasing trends. You're just trying to. You're just playing the trend chasing game, and I'm not about that. I learned very early on, even before Twitch, that doing what other people want should be secondary to doing what you want. If you aren't proud of what you're doing, then why would anyone else be?
Very wise words. Good shit.
What was the third one? You said strongest, weakest, and most recent?
Most recent improvement.
Well, I mean, the most recent is actually the model.
Yeah,
literally.
with 2 weeks. Yeah.
2 weeks. I mean, it's only been like I only debuted this Saturday. And even then, it wasn't like a proper debut. It was just like, you know what? I've decided I don't want to use VC Face anymore. Here you go.
Okay.
Here's Fat Model. I played Old Republic and I played Fortnite. There you go.
I love that shit. Here's Fat Model. Enjoy.
Here's Fat Model. Here is me, but looking like a Steven Universe character or something.
With Danny Phantom hair.
With Danny Phantom hair. God, I spent so much on the shading of that hair trying to figure out how this is gonna work, and then I decided, fuck it, Danny Phantom.
Hey man, it looks cool. I love it. Like
I'm happy with how it came out.
If I had hair, Danny Phantom hair. That's a cool looking hair. But
God,
we don't know what's under my hat, so that is a what is it? One of those things.
It is a mystery.
It is a mystery. We don't know what I have under there. It could be another hat. I don't know.
It's gonna be like that. The end of Halo 1, where you change the camera and Master Chief takes off his helmet and it's just another helmet.
Yeah. Or like Kakashi, where underneath his mask is another fucking mask. It could be that.
Exactly that.
Yeah, I would say that my weakest thing about my stream is the layout, because my layout is ancient. It's actually the same layout I used when I was a flesh tuber, so I'm just too lazy to edit it. I know I should, but I'm like, who's actually
if
reading what's in the bottom?
I mean, if you don't feel it and you don't wanna, don't force it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure that whenever the inspiration strikes, you'll do whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I felt
And
inspired a couple days ago to do that moon there, and I've never drawn, first off, the moon. Second off, trying to replicate the Soul Eater style like that, and then adding my own shit on top of it.
Oh, you clearly fucking nailed it.
Thank you.
I mean,
yeah.
see, here's step. There you go. That's step 2. Draw a window that has the moon outside. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Easy.
I
Just looking right at you, it's like I'm judging this entire podcast. Let's go. Keep going. Keep talking.
I love that moon. It's my favorite moon. Okay, so what is your end goal?
Well, you already know that the goal was to play my backlog of games, and I mean, I want to say that the end goal is I'll play my backlog of games, but let's be real.
100%.
I'm just gonna keep. I'm going to keep buying games. The backlog is never going to end. This is just a means to keep playing the games. The structure of streaming keeps me regular,
Okay.
so to speak. And it's like part of why I stream is because the structure that streaming provides makes it so that I keep streaming. Like I've played and beaten more games in my 2.5 years of streaming than I have left up to my own devices.
I see.
Because, like, most of the time, the only way I'll beat a game is if I'm just so super invested in it.
Mm-hmm.
But streaming creates that chilling on the couch with friends atmosphere that makes it so just the act of playing a game, even if it's not a game that you fully like, it's still a fun spectacle.
Yeah. Even
Like,
if it
I played
is reaction. Like,
Yeah. But, like, I think that didn't really coalesce until, like, sometime last year I played Mega Man X7. And I sat down and played it in, like, one sitting. Because at the time I had, game requests that could be redeemed through channel points. And I didn't really have a lot back then, so I mostly just made it, like, Mega Man X games and Mega Man Legends games and Skies of Arcadia, because, play Skies of Arcadia. I had to jam that in there at one point.
mm-hmm.
And someone redeemed Mega Man X7 because, of course, they did. They want to see me suffer. That entire stream was really fun because everyone was in there expecting a train wreck of a game, and everyone got a train wreck of a game, and I would play a train wreck of a game. But it really did just feel like just a bunch of people sitting on a couch next to me, watching me be miserable through this game. But we're just laughing about it. We're just laughing along about it. And that didn't really coalesce until I was at the final boss, and I kept taking a bunch of tries, and my wife ordered pizza because she didn't feel like cooking because I just stayed in the living room playing this fucking game. And I'm just like, alright, we're taking like a short 5-minute break to just eat pizza for a sec. And like, it was in that moment while I'm on stream with the game paused, eating pizza in front of my microphone that I realized these are just comfy couch vibes.
Alright.
And I think I'm here for it. I think I like this.
Yeah.
But I think ultimately that's kind of the end goal. Like, it started as play the backlog, and that's still, that hasn't changed. But I also like the idea of just creating, like, comfy couch vibes for people to come hang out. Like, I like creating a space where people can just have fun watching a spectacle,
Even if it is you suffering.
Oh, I mean, especially if it's my suffering. I make my follower goals like stuff that I would normally not play, but that people want to see me play, and whether that's good or bad games, that's kind of up to chance. I just hit 200 followers, and the 200 follower goal is Sonic Forces. And it's just like, thanks, guys. Fucking love it. Love you guys so much.
Oh, God. Oh, no. I mean, you did 06. You could only...
06 was my 90. 06 was at 90 followers.
I mean, like, you did 06. Like, can you really go lower than that?
Honestly, that's what we're gonna find out, aren't we? No, actually, my wife wants me to play Sonic Boom, and I'm just like, okay, no, I don't even have Sonic Boom.
Oh,
you want me to play
God.
Sonic Boom? You buy Sonic Boom.
It's like, I refuse to get that payment on my card. Thank you very much. Ew. Number one, I'm not having that shit on my card.
Give me. You know what? 50 subs. I'll play Sonic Boom. No, I'm kidding.
You heard it, guys. 50 subs. Go to his channel.
No, I
Get
think
him to
right now
play
I have
Sonic
like
Boom.
right now I have like 50 subs, and I'll play Final Fantasy VII and not say a single bad thing about it.
Wow. Okay. I wish.
I historically have a rough time with Final Fantasy games.
You just have to say something, don't you?
Look, I'm going to. I told you 50 subs. I'll play Final Fantasy VII. I will not say a single bad thing about it. Not one. Nothing.
That sounds like a challenge, friends. I think.
Look, I'm just
asking for a challenge.
No, wait, hang on. Stop.
You heard it now. 50 subs to his channel, and he will not say a single bad thing about Final Fantasy VII.
I played myself.
I would love to see that stream. It's like, oh, this is a great game. Like, you can't.
This is such a wonderful game. My God, the models definitely do not look like Lego abominations.
Is that technically a bad thing?
I mean, honestly, the older I get, the more I realize that's actually more charming. But you know, when I was a kid, I just found it really inconsistent.
Okay. Nice.
It's probably more charming. Like, honestly, I probably have a better opinion of it now than I did when I was younger. Because when I was younger, I mean, I'm still a stubborn piece of shit. I'm still a stubborn defensive piece of shit. That hasn't changed. It was just worse when I was younger.
I see. You were more picky, game picky, or graphically picky, I guess.
I more had a fucking chip on my shoulder. Now, not so much. I mean, I'm way more chill now.
I had something to prove.
Look, when we're teenagers, we all have something to prove.
Hey, man. So, I had started dating this girl at school, and she was really into Kingdom Hearts. I've never touched a Kingdom Hearts game. So, I wanted to show my fucking gaming prowess by beating her game quicker than she could. So, it was Kingdom Hearts 1.
Are you telling me that you had something to prove?
Yeah.
Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, and dude, I bitched so much because I was like, why does this game not have a goddamn map? Where am I going? It was frustrating.
I'm sure that was so appealing.
Yeah, oh yeah.
She's like, oh man, I'm so impressed.
She's like, I'm totally into you. I love it when you bitch.
I'm loving the way you're bitching about my favorite game. Oh man, that is really doing it for me. Oh,
but
man, is it hot in here?
She literally told me you should probably play Kingdom Hearts 2 instead of 1. And I was like, nay, I will prove to you that I'm the superior gamer.
No, it's personal now.
Yeah,
this game has hurt me personally.
I must battle this demon, and I did.
Look me in the eyes, Riku. I'm kicking your ass.
And I did. I beat it. But good God, was I bitching so much. I was like, this game is ass. It's actual ass. I cannot. Why am I lost in this stupid Disney game? Like, I'm just.
And then you just turn around and look at her. So anyway, we dating?
So anyway, I'm super cool, right? Well, giving her like that Sonic like fucking grin is like, so I'm super cool, aren't I?
Oh, you're way past cool, baby. Oh man, you bitching about my favorite game did it so much for me. Oh man.
And she's literally like, I told you. Why do you hate yourself? I'm like, listen, I'm here to show you how cool I am by bitching.
Joke's on you. I'm a male teenager. We all hate ourselves.
That's my story. I'm trying to charm a lady who's a gamer on her favorite game by bitching at it. You know, it's so hot. Really makes the lady swoon. Oh god,
I may be stupid. Bottom text.
I was so cringe. Oh my god. But I'm pretty sure she had a kick out of it, just seeing me so miserable and just losing my fucking mind.
There's an appeal to it. My entire stream history definitely attests to that.
I had no idea what train wreck of a game I was getting myself into. I thought, RPG, Legend of Zelda, like kind of shit. Okay. So there is no direction to this damn game. Why? Why? There's an objective thing that they said like last little tidbit of the conversation, but they never said, "Oh, go this way. There is an arrow. There is a fucking map." No, there's nothing like that. They're like, figure it the fuck out. And I'm
Figure
like,
it the fuck out. Anyway, go talk to Perdita and her dogs.
And I'm like, why is it like this? I'm like, wow, I hate myself.
Disney characters are coming out of every orifice. It's awesome. Stick with it.
It's like, and I'm on a spaceship in space, traveling to another planet. This is making a lot of sense.
Piloted by Chip and Dale, made out of Lego blocks. Yes.
Yeah. I don't know what planet I'm going to, but hey, we're going to another planet. Yay. It's what an experience. I would not repeat it ever again.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
but it is trauma. It's gaming trauma. So back to VTubing.
We're just gonna go on these tangents all the time.
Oh yeah, it's good content. So what do you love or enjoy from the VTuber community?
Honestly, just the diversity. Weirdly, like I know I complained about how everyone's kind of like a skinny anime person, but within the framework of everyone being a skinny anime person, there's so much variety I've seen of it from everyone. Like yeah, you've got like your animal VTubers, and then you've got like your animal people VTubers, and you've got your, you know, pixie AIs, your space princess, your chaotic entities. You've got your cyberpunks. You've got like a cat girl. You've got a fox girl. You've got a bat girl. You've got a bird girl. You've got a deer girl. You've got a cat boy. You've got it's. I saw someone that was like a robot with a TV for a head, and someone that looked like a 1950s cartoon character, like Steamboat Willie or something. And it's just like there's just so much crazy artistic variety in the VTubing community, and it's honestly kind of inspiring and a little humbling when I realized that my model is just dude with shirt.
Hey, there is I have not seen that concept, honestly. I've seen naked dude. I've seen
somehow I feel like Twitch wasn't okay with that.
No. I've seen dude with a collar. I've seen dude with jacket. I've never seen dude with t-shirt.
Just flat out dude with t-shirt, and every t-shirt has a shit post every stream.
And not to mention fat dude with t-shirt. That is actually I think you're the only person I've seen that has decided to change your model to that type.
Yeah, I've always wanted it to be fat, and whether it's new or not, that's another thing. Is that I always see a lot of, like, I have a lot of friends who didn't stream until after I started streaming. Not because of me, but just after I started streaming. That I've known for a long time, that had just decided, you know, they want to VTube as well. And one of them is a cat boy, and, you know, their name is Kyo. They're at Tales of Kyo at Twitch, and, you know, they're a cat boy, and they base their cat boy off of their Final Fantasy XIV cat boy character. And then another one, like Astral Bat, who made, like, this bat VTuber, this Batgirl VTuber that's like based on like a Pokemon bat that she drew.
Okay.
And it's just fascinating to me because when they were designing their characters, I know there was a lot of talk about how, oh, this isn't original enough. And I just kind of have to remind them, nothing is original. Everything is derivative. Just do what you want. Like at the end of the day, The Simpsons did it. It doesn't matter. Just do what you want.
Yeah.
And, you know, like the moment, like she was gonna be a fox girl, and then she decided to be a bat girl because she's already seen a fox girl. And then the moment she decided she was a bat girl, she saw a bunch of bat girls. And I'm just like, yeah, it doesn't. Everything exists.
Yeah.
In the VTubing community, everything exists. I'm not going to sit here and claim I'm the only fat VTuber or that I'm the only VTuber with a t-shirt. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because this is what I want and this is what I like. And I know that there's a lot of other VTubers in the VTubing community that pretty much share the same feelings. Am I the first person who's done this? I don't know, but I like that I'm doing this.
And to preface on that, like, when I say you're the first person that I've seen that has done, like, a fat VTuber who's just a t-shirt, I mean, the only person I have seen till now. So you are my first experience of seeing that as a model.
And that's cool. And
that's
cool.
That. Yeah. That he's
Like,
not
just
the
being
only
able-
one. Sure, there could be
Well, guess
another.
what? You are the first mariachi VTuber I've seen.
Hey, there we go. So
Flat out. Like, honestly, I didn't even know mariachi VTuber was a thing. And then it's just like, mariachi Loki. He goes, oh my god, that's what the fuck? All right, yeah. Get it. Like, you know what? You love it. I vibe with that.
yeah, and it's really just me. That's the outfit is what I have. I have that exact outfit when I don on mariachi, because I am a mariachi.
Oh, cool.
And I've custom made my own hat to look exactly like the one that I wear. I don't do the face paint because it is such a bitch to put it on and take it off for an hour
I can
or two.
only imagine.
So I'm just like, eh.
What are you saying? You don't want to spend like 30 minutes in makeup to do a 1-hour stream and then 30 minutes taking it off?
No.
What?
Makeup's expensive.
I
will
get-
say
I
that.
get you.
Makeup's expensive. But yeah, like it was honestly just a simple rendition of me. I had a way more intricate and complex model, but then I'm like, you know what? If I was a fan and I wanted to do fan art of my model, I would really love it if the person that I drew had a simple design. Because intricacy is one of my least strongest suits. So I'm like,
Good fucking news. It does not get simpler than dude with a t-shirt.
Yeah.
It literally does not get simpler.
But I had like way more crazy shit on like my jacket, and like in my shirt I had like a rose and thing. I was like, no, I'll remove that, make lines and like just outlines of things, and stick with 4 colors, instead of like multi like crazy colors in there. So I really, really went simple. I went kind of chibi with my first design of it, and then I'm just like, okay, I like this. I like how simple it is. If I did a technique where it's like, okay, don't color your model, put everything in black. Can you tell what that is in silhouette? I was like, yeah, that is my model. I can totally tell. And then with that, and I'm like, all right, that is me now.
Well, that's a pretty common animation practice, isn't it? Like, if you can tell what character that is based on the silhouette, then you've made a good character design.
Yeah. It was essentially, I never thought of it, but until like I really wanted to, get into what kind of design I wanted for my model, I really looked into like YouTube videos on character design, and that's where I was like, okay, so I'll do the blackout and see if I can really get out the shapes that I want. And I was like, okay, yeah, he's rather circular, circle areas, not really jagged. And yeah, I really like how it came out. So I was like, yep, all right, this is my design now. I like how simple he is. I do like simplicity.
Actually, it's actually really funny because I remember that the principle of like a silhouette for your character to see if they're a distinct character. Every time I hear about that, I think about Shadow the Hedgehog. No, like specifically because you can tell in the early concept art of Shadow the Hedgehog that he was supposed to look way more like Sonic.
Yeah.
But every time he was silhouetted, he just looked like Sonic.
Yeah.
So when they settled on the design that he had now, like the silhouette was way more distinct. You can tell, like, hey, here's this specific unique character. And yeah, that's cool. But then you can really tell, it's really weird in Sonic Adventure 2 that everyone's like, oh man, Sonic the Hedgehog, you're clearly that black hedgehog with the spiked up spikes.
Yeah.
And this is like, seriously, like, do none of you have eyes?
Though in Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic spikes, like, I know in the previous designs, he had them, like, shorter. They were, like, closer to his head. But in Adventure 2, I think they, like, really grabbed those spikes and made them, like, longer.
Which, yeah, but that just... Yeah.
Which helped with his silhouette. Which is why, like, I get what you're saying. Like, when you look at Sonic and Shadow, you're like, how the fuck do they even look the same?
Yeah, but like when you look at the early concept art for Shadow, you can really tell that, yeah, he definitely looks a lot closer to Sonic. And like, based on the early concept art, I could see how this confusing Sonic for Shadow plotline could have made more sense. But given the final design they settled on, it's like, what the fuck, guys? I mean, what the fuck is
Yeah.
These are two completely separate... Are you colorblind? What is...
Hey, man, that's not a jab at you, Sour Cow. We love you. But
I ain't jabbing no one, but like, you know...
We love Sour Cow. He's actually the only person that I know that is colorblind, but somehow he was able to draw my model. I don't know how he did it, but he did it.
Well, I'm red-green colorblind. Like, it's only a little bit. It basically just makes shades of red and green difficult.
Okay.
But
even you can tell the color difference in Sonic and Shadow.
I mean, even then, it's just more like guys, these are very clearly two different characters. What the fuck?
It's like, can you see Sonic talking like that though?
Look, even if they were the same color, they look completely fucking different. What the hell, guys?
Like, if Sonic had that like scowl face, I would be scared.
Imagine I walked up to Vegeta. It's like, hey, Goku, what's up?
He's like, what did you say?
What the hell did you say to me?
I'm going to kill you. It's like, holy shit, Sonic, what the fuck? Yeah, but I mean, bringing back on Sonic and Shadow, like, they're the two characters that I love voice acting the most because I know them. It was one of the first games that in 3D that I loved their voice so much that I would just start quoting them randomly, like a weirdo, like, you know, in school. And,
look, everyone, look, no, I get you. I can quote, like, everything in Sonic Adventure 2. I get you. Just, it all starts with this.
A jewel containing the ultimate power.
That's a Chaos Emerald!
Now I know what's going on. The military has mistaken me for the likes of you.
So, where do you think you're going with that emerald? Did I say emerald? Hang on a second.
Emerald? It's like hemorrhoid, but like for a jewel.
It's like hemorrhoid, but for hedgehogs.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God, Sonic, you gotta get that shit checked out by a doctor.
Quick, we're sorry, please.
Oh, God.
Now we know Dr. Eggman's purpose.
Yeah, he's there to give Sonic a checkup for his his hemorrhoid.
So what is this, like tangent number 3?
Oh, dude, don't worry.
We're so bad at this.
We're so good. Love Sonic and Shadow. They're my favorite. I did a video doing a voice for both. I did the Faker scene, and I did the voice for both.
I love voice acting. I love doing voice acting on my stream. It's the funniest shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh my God. So I was on Elden Ring, and the two people that were with me were doing a Snape and Darth Vader voice, but they were both on the same, like, on the same plane of the universe with Palpatine. So it's these three characters talking to each other. And he's like, Lord Sidious, I have something to say about Harry Potter. And then, like, all of a sudden he'd be like, what do you have to say about the Potter? It's just like talking like that, and I'm like, what is happening? Like, what even? And they're just like going ham.
The hell is Harry Potter? Why should I care?
It's like, what is happening here? It's like, and we're like fighting bosses and shit, and I'm trying not to die in Elden Ring, and like they're doing this shit. I can't concentrate because I'm laughing my fucking ass off, and I'm just like, of course, I'm jumping off like.
All right, so first you hit the boss with the lightning fingers, then after that, you tell them they want to join the dark side.
What do
you say? Something about unlimited power? It's in the contract. You have to say it.
Oh wait, no, wrong thing.
Wrong fandom. That's you, Snape.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Yeah, so shit like that would happen in the middle of my goddamn stream, and I'm just like, oh my God. And then they did like old man voice, and I'm just, oh my God.
Is it just the one old man voice that everyone knows how to do?
Yeah,
everyone's just like this.
Yeah, yeah. The fucking like crepid like grave digger kind of old man that's just like, back in my day kind of thing.
My day, we didn't have a radio. We just had a soup can attached to a string, and it was attached to every house, and there were like 17 soup cans. Signals got lost whenever a dog bit the string.
What the fuck? Yeah, shit like that on my stream while I'm trying to like not die in Elden Ring. So, voice acting, fun.
Anyway, you pogging over there, son?
Where's my wallet? What is my name? I don't know my name. Tell me my name.
Honestly, my favorite stuff is listening to Crystal. I'm sorry, Sub Rosa talk about when she's playing Dead by Daylight. It's like, you got any games on your phone? When she's playing as the girl from The Ring, it's like, you got any games on your phone? I want to see the games on your phone. You play Fortnite?
Oh my god.
And I'm sitting here like, well, yes, I do play Fortnite. Go on.
Yes, it's one of my mains. How could I help you? I don't play Fortnite for reasons, but when I saw Naruto and Sasuke in there, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what is happening? Like, I'm a Naruto fan, but like, what the fuck? That doesn't make me want to play Fortnite, but I'm just like, why?
No, I started
Why
playing
are
it when
they
the Dragon Ball Z event hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't play Fortnite up until the Dragon Ball Z event, and I was like, shit, this is gonna be what makes me play Fortnite, isn't it? And then as it turns out, fuck, this is fun, actually. But only in zero build. I'm not playing build mode. Fuck that.
Ah, I see. Okay. So we've hit on what you love about the community. What do you dislike about the VTubing community?
Well, to oversimplify it, I'm not fond of the lewd posting.
I give you a high five. I'm like, thank you. Because it seems like some of the people do, and I'm just like, okay, that's kind of...
Like, look, live your best life. Like, I get it. If you like this, that's fine. Like, if you enjoy doing this, I get it. But half the time, it just feels like the lewd posting is just there for metrics. Like, it's just there. And it's like, oh, hey guys, do you like? Please retweet, and I will, I don't know, take off my fucking bra. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's a combination of this just feels so needlessly corporate.
Hmm.
And also, I'm married, so, like, I don't care about any of this.
Exactly. Like, sure, like, I'm all about supporting, like, small streamers and things like that, but I don't want to see, like, fucking tits and...
I don't want to be at work, pull up Twitter, and then see a pair of tits from a model. Like
yeah. That's
like,
doing, like, this pose, like, it's almost damn near a hentai kind of thing. I'm like,
Like I work at a fucking library. I can't be looking at this.
Like, what's that over there? It's like,
anime.
Anime? I am researching.
It's anime. We have Konosuba on the shelves. It's anime.
God. Yeah, it's really suspect when you have, like, tits just randomly showing up on your screen.
Like, look, if you like it and you find it empowering, and, like, if it makes you happy, I'm not going to be the person that tells you don't do it. Do what makes you happy. That ultimately, that should be what you do. But most of the time, it doesn't really feel like people are doing it because they like it. It feels like people are doing it because it gets engagement. Right. And when you're doing it for that, it's kind of the same principle as just changing your stream into what people like. That I don't like that. I don't like when people don't have their own identity that they stick to and that they have fun with. Like, I like people that know what they're about. I like people that know what they like, do what they like, and, you know, to hell if people don't like what they like. Like, you like it, that's what matters. And, you know, if you like lewd tubing, like, fucking be my guest. Live your life. But if you're just doing it for metrics, if you're just doing it for engagement, if you're just doing it because your main goal is growth, I just don't care.
Fair enough.
Growth should never be your main goal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, growth for the sake of growth just feels
synthetic,
hollow. It's just like, all right, cool, you're growing your channel, but what are you doing with it?
Right. You'll get numbers, but you won't get the engagement you wish.
Yeah. Like, that's on your numbers, but no one's in chat.
Yeah. I mean, of course, I enjoy my lurkers. I see the support, love my lurkers. But, like...
Oh, I'll never say no to lurkers.
Yeah, an engagement would be nice. Even a high would be great.
Oh, I have a channel point that's just, like, costs 1, and it's just the sound effect of Obi-Wan saying, hello there. And it's just,
hey,
like,
you too, huh?
if you're lurking, just do that.
You too, huh? I love that. Hello there. It's so good.
Yeah, just one channel point. So if you're following, it costs nothing, basically. I mean, it's one channel point. You'll make one channel point in no time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just hello there.
It's so good.
That's it. What's up, lurker? I just know you're there, and that's it.
Yeah, we love our lurkers.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So, if you were to start VTubing all over again, what would you change? Or would
See,
you
I don't
change it?
know, because to be honest, I don't like to think about what ifs. Like, the idea of a what if bothers me because it implies that I'm not happy with the path that I'm taking.
Okay.
And I like I like owning up to whatever I'm doing, whether it's good or bad. Like if I'm doing something and hey, did I make a mistake in this point in my time while streaming and VTubing? Yeah, but you know what? By making this mistake, I learned from this mistake and I have taken this and grown. And I don't like the idea of going back and doing something different and invalidating any mistakes I might have made and any growth that might have come from those mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I get it. I get entertaining the what if, but I guess at the end of the day, nothing.
All
I
right.
would change nothing.
That is totally fine. And hey, more respect to you. You owning up to having taken that mistake and just being like, hey, I grew from it. I learned from it. So at least you got something from it.
Mistakes give you the chance to grow. Success does not.
Fair enough.
Like if you've succeeded, you there's nothing to get from success. You like I mean I get it. I understand in the sense of like, oh hey, I'm satisfied that I did the thing that I set out to do. And yeah, I get that. There's nothing wrong with that. But you need mistakes to grow as a person. You need to you need to fall to get back up, that kind of thing.
Okay. Character growth. A character growth arc is what you need.
Yes, the shonen protagonist way.
A training montage. You're trying to do that Rasengan over and over again.
You gotta fuck up if you want to learn how to fuck up less.
Thank you, Naruto. So while streaming, what makes you the most happy? Chat engagement.
Yeah, like it's not that I like I can always stream on my own and it's fine, but the thing that makes streaming the most fun is when I know that there are people there to watch. Or not necessarily watch, but just people there to like engage with me. Like we talked earlier about how I like the cozy couch, the comfy couch vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the comfy couch vibes kind of hinges on the idea that someone's on the couch with you, watching you, and just laughing along with you. And I just like that vibe. And when someone's chatting in the chat, I get that vibe. It doesn't have to be like a bunch of people. Even if it's just one person and there's just one person in chat that's, saying hi every once in a while, or just, they might say hi, I'm working on art, but I've got your stream on in the background. I know they're there, so I know I can always talk to them and just be like, hey, what's up with this? It's like, what do you think of this? And then they'll just like stop for a second, just be like, oh hey, yeah, I think this about this. It's like, oh yeah, cool.
All right.
Like just being able to chat with people is great. Just the sense that I'm not talking into the void, because talking into the void is always the fastest way to make your brain think this is pointless. You're doing nothing. You are failing, which that's bullshit. But
But it sends you into a spiral that you do not. That's very hard to get out of.
yeah, talking into the void tends to do that, and it's something I still struggle with, and it's something that I have to constantly remind myself of. It's hard work to remind yourself that you're doing this for fun and that you're doing this at your own pace. You can't just it's not something that you'll get over like it's nothing. It takes hard work to just remind yourself, "Hey, you're fine. Just do what you do."
All right. And besides not having engagement, is there anything else that frustrates you while streaming?
Technical issues, to be honest.
So the streaming software that you're using, or maybe it's hardware.
Well, the like for example, when I started playing Dragon Ball: The Breakers and Fortnite around that time, I started encountering this issue where like my computer monitors would flicker, and then after they flickered, OBS was frozen, all my browser sources were frozen, chat is frozen. And then the game dips in frame rate for a bit before it fixes itself back up. I still have not found out what the hell that problem is. It's been 2 months.
But
And
have you found a way to minimize that issue?
yeah, I've been slowly working on like figuring out like trying to figure out where the problem is and finding out like ways to minimize it. It's still happening, but it's happening less and less because I'm starting to kind of narrow down where the problem lies.
Okay.
But it's that kind of shit gets really frustrating when I'm in the middle of a stream. I know people don't mind technical difficulties happen, but when technical difficulties happen, I want to know what it is so that I can fix it. When I don't know what it is, it's just kind of like I can't prevent this from happening, and it discourages me from creating the circumstances to it discourages me from streaming because I don't want to keep putting people through this shit.
Right, right.
Like VC face freezes completely. That's part of the reason why I went back to an animated PNG. Because like this problem kept freezing VC face and I would have to shut it down and restart it. And I was getting really frustrated doing that in the middle of every stream, you know?
Oh wow, so it happened every stream.
After a point it did, and I was just kind of like I don't want to chance this anymore. This is not fun. Like people didn't come here for technical difficulties. They came here to hang out and watch games. Like
Yeah.
come on. And
No,
I wish I
that
knew what
makes
was
sense.
causing it, but I am slowly minimizing it. And that's part of the part of the reason why I went back to PNG is because I want to minimize the amount of programs I have open to minimize whatever the hell this technical issue is.
Okay, so judging on what you're thinking about, you think it's probably like a resource issue?
I have a pretty good GPU, so I don't know what it is. I thought it was the power supply, but that doesn't seem to be it either because like I disconnected one monitor and then I disconnected the other monitor and just had one monitor, but each monitor was on at a time. And then I plugged them back in and suddenly it stopped happening for like a week.
Well, that's weird.
So I don't know what the fuck. Like it's not the power supply because I changed the entire power supply and it's still happening. Because I thought maybe it was like a cable in the power supply. And no, it's not a cable. It's still happening. And so it's either the monitors themselves or a faulty HDMI cord, maybe. I thought it was a power draw issue, but I don't know. The fact that both screens flicker and everything kind of freezes made me think it was a driver issue, but the drivers are up to date. It's not a GPU issue because the GPU is like a 2060.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
only computers could tell you what the fuck is wrong.
Fucking right. So yeah, like on the plus side, on the downside, I don't like that I had to that I felt the need to veer away from VC face and Vroid. On the other hand, I kind of took that as an opportunity for redesigning the entire model and to go back to being fat and to see if I could marry the principles of the original fat PNG with all of the new stuff that I gleaned from Vroid, like the memes, the shirts with memes, the big shit-eating grin, the glasses, the sunglasses, and I think I succeeded.
Excellent. At least it wasn't a lost cause at the end of it.
Yeah, I think it's a net positive, all things considered. Like, yeah, obviously I'm frustrated by all the technical issues that keep happening, but I try to not think about what I'm doing wrong. I try to think it's like, all right, well, if I have to do this, let's be proud of what I have to change. Let's change it in a meaningful way. Let's not just settle for what we were already doing.
All right.
Like, I have to change the power supply? Well, I mean, all right, well, I changed it to a power supply with a slightly lower wattage, but now it's a modular power supply where I can disconnect the cables, and it's not just a power supply that every goddamn cable is connected to it. So, that's a net positive. Whether the problem is solved or not, that is still a net positive because now I have better cable management. And, it's like, well, I mean, am I doing the Vroid? I'm losing the physicality, and I thought I was going to have to lose the dumb shit posty shirts, but as it turns out, I found a way to make my fat model, to design this cool looking hair, to draw really pretty eyes, apparently. I didn't think the eyes were going to look this good. And I managed to find a way to keep the shit posty shirts. So, all in all, a net positive.
Let's go.
I don't want to dwell on what went wrong. I want to dwell on what I've done right.
There we go. Very good. I guess I would say philosophy of trying to troubleshoot, but at the same time get something out of it.
Yeah.
So have you made any long-lasting friends while VTubing?
Oh yeah. Like, some of my VTuber friends are people that I've known before I was before I was streaming, before they were streaming, but through the process of streaming and learning together, we've grown a lot closer as friends. Like Astrobad and Tales of Kyo are two big examples of this. Like all three of us have known each other well before we started streaming, like for years. But we weren't exactly that close. We were just like mostly acquaintances.
Okay.
But through the process of like with Kyo, I was actually more friends than acquaintances. But through the process of streaming, and through the process of like me learning how to VTube and them learning how to VTube, we all just kind of congregated together. It's just kind of like, hey, we can like help each other out with this. Like we can just hang out together. I think when we started playing Dragon Ball: The Breakers, is when we just kind of coalesced into, yeah, we should just play more. We're clearly having fun playing with each other.
All right.
And honestly, even another one is the main gang in the Outer Reaches. To be honest.
So you've integrated as a part of the space family.
To an extent, I want to get to know Lomari better, but like socializing is hard, and I'm not exactly the best at socializing. I just like to be fun and loud, but socializing in itself is hard.
Fair enough.
So, like I have a Discord server. I don't advertise it on my Twitch, but that's because I get overwhelmed easily. And if there's too many people I don't know in a server, I tend to just end up ignoring it. So like I have a Discord server that I like kind of cherry pick who I invite to it because I just kind of want to slowly gather people, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I took to Sub Rosa really fast. Like we ended up clicking almost immediately. Same with Tolk, although not as fast as I clicked with Sub Rosa. I would like to get to know Lamari more, but it's not like we're not friends. I just want to get to know her more because I don't spend as much time with her.
That's fair.
But yeah, again, socializing is hard, and it's just it seems like it's easy when you're the loud, fun, dumb one on stream, but
It's a whole different
it's hard.
beast. Whole different beast.
Yeah, the concept of streaming is it's not that difficult because it just kind of feels like you're putting on a show to an extent. But yeah, socializing is hard. I don't know. I'm gonna keep repeating this because it's still true.
That's totally fine. I mean, my 2 cents, if you plan on getting to know Lamari, since I've gotten to know her the most actually through the Outer Reaches, is be aware of her crackhead energy.
No, I love her crackhead energy. Are you kidding me?
I love her crackhead energy. She's the greatest, but holy shit. Like
we streamed fast mode together and it was the best. It was so fun.
Oh, I could imagine. We did a survival forest like for a couple days, and oh my god.
I also streamed Battle Block Theater with Tolk, and that was so fun. We never finished it, but like I would love to go back to it. And I've talked to Sub Rosa about like streaming stuff together. It's just it's hard to organize, and I don't have a lot of free time because I work a 9 to 5 job.
Oh, okay.
So like I work a 9 to 5 job, and then like at weeknights sometimes I go to the gym and stuff like that just because I want to be healthier. So
Okay.
there's the weekdays there's just no free time. I can't believe I got this free time.
Hey man, take it when you can.
Yeah.
No, I completely understand. Like, actually, collabs is one of the more difficult things to do with people, especially considering I don't know what time zone you're in, and I'm always assuming because I live in my own world. I assume everyone's EST, and then I come to Lamari and she's PST, and like the time difference is like immense. So the fact that we were even able to like get a time together through that point was like incredible, because we'd been trying for quite a while, and it's just our time zones were so different, and plus she was IRL busy with work and things like that, so it was difficult, and I completely understand why collabs are hard with people you don't know and have the exact free time that you do. So I totally get it.
Finding the free time to do it is the hardest part.
Yeah.
Especially when I've scheduled my free time around my streaming to be able to play what I can. And like, at the moment, at least in the back half of 2022, I'm kind of locked into these long-term games for a while.
Okay.
Like, I'm in the middle of a Nuzlocke that, for some reason, has not fucking ended. I did not think this Nuzlocke would go as long as it did. And then Old Republic we're like, Jen and I are playing Old Republic just because, we'll play that until the Nuzlocke ends, and then we're gonna switch back to Zelda Phantom Hourglass, which is kicking my ass because I'm emulating a DS game, a very gimmicky DS game. So it's not going great, Chief.
Oh, we love
And
it.
I can only do the Nuzlocke or emulated DS games. I can't do both in the same weekend. Like, no, one has to take a break.
One
then Sundays,
brain
I'll
cell needs to break, please.
The brain cell needs a break. And then, like, on Sunday, I'll play, like, I don't know, like, the big, long games. Like, I'll get, if I get game redeems, or if I hit follower goals, I usually play those on Sundays. That's why it takes, like, forever.
At least you have a system, which is good.
Yeah. Saturdays, I play with my wife. Sundays, I play the stuff people want to see. And Fridays, I want to make it, like, a multiplayer night. Because most everyone seems to be available on Fridays in some way.
Yeah. Well, it's the start of the weekend, and usually people are getting off work and things like that, so... I completely understand. I know that my time's going to be way more limited once spring and summer hit, because I'm running my own, like, yard company. So I mow lawns and things like that, and that's when the real work starts, is during spring and summer. So since it's winter and things, grass is dormant, I get like a whole week of vacation off, and
So what you're telling me is that winter is your summer vacation,
basically.
All right.
And summer is the kicking your ass for like 3-4 months in the hot sun and dying. But that's where the money making is. That's where the clients are. So
that's fair.
Got to do it. But we'll get through it. I totally understand about the time thing. So I am grateful that I'm able to do this with the amount of time that I have. Do you use OBS or Streamlabs?
OBS.
OBS.
I do think that if you are starting out and don't know anything about streaming, Streamlabs is just a much more streamlined experience that kind of takes away a lot of the complexities of streaming and just kind of makes it easier to figure out how everything works. But OBS explains nothing, but is way more, like, you can do so much more with OBS. But it explains nothing. That software explains goddamn nothing.
So it's so cost.
I think the reason I started with OBS and never touched Streamlabs is because, well, they're both free, so that's not really an issue.
Oh, I mean on your computer. That's what I meant. Like, resource wise.
Oh, Streamlabs is a resource hog, I hear.
Yeah, I've been told.
Yeah, I haven't actually used Streamlabs, but I hear it's a resource hog, and I'm just like, yeah, you know what? Gonna steer clear of that one.
Yeah, so even you had issues with VC Face. Do you want to add Streamlabs to that? Another like?
Oh God, no!
Break your computer? Like,
my computer's over here. Like, please, no, stop. Yamete.
So what was your reasoning for not picking up Streamlabs? Was because of the resource hog, right?
Well, I already had OBS on my computer since like 2014. Like a very long time ago, and that's because like Twitch isn't the first time I tried to get into content creation. It was actually with YouTube.
Okay.
So, this was back when I was fully convinced that, oh man, maybe I can be the next JonTron. That kind of thing, the YouTube game reviewer.
We all had that dream.
That stands in front of the camera with like a gimmick, and it's just like, I'm gonna spend 20 minutes telling you why this game is bad.
We all had that dream.
Except I was pretentious and said, it's like, no, this isn't a game review. This is a game analysis. It's like, shut up past me, you pretentious piece of shit.
Do you still have those videos?
Yeah, they are up, but like, oh God, I'm so fucking embarrassed by them. But I didn't want to take them down because that felt like me trying to erase my mistakes. And it's just like, no. They might make you cringe. You might hate them. The software is probably crap, but you made them. And you wouldn't have gotten better at content creation if you hadn't made them. Get over it, Lewis. And a lot of my habits with content creation came from trying to make like a YouTube game review channel. like the thumbnails that I make for my streams, the logo, the graphics for the banner, like a lot of that just came from when I was trying to do that on YouTube, like in like 2013, 2014. And around the same time, I also tried to stream. And at the time, there was no Streamlabs. There was only OBS.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember touching that program, and I was like, wow, I don't know shit. Can someone help me? And it's like, so 5 ways to improve your stream on OBS. Download this thing, then download that script. Download this script.
Oh,
download
God.
I'm just like,
No,
what am I
fuck
even
that shit.
downloading? What is it doing?
No, fuck that shit. You gotta look for like tips on how to use OBS better, not like download this thing. It's like, no, fuck you. I know OBS is immensely moddable, and that is one of its strengths. It is an immensely moddable software, but you can do so much with OBS without installing a single fucking mod.
Yeah.
And that's and yeah, unfortunately, the only way to get better at OBS is to just look up fucking YouTube videos.
Yeah, but of course, like the top rated, like how to improve your stream on OBS. It's like download this mod, download that mod, get this.
How
mod.
to improve your stream with these 5 easy steps. But first, a 7-minute ad for Raid Shadow Legends.
Raid Shadow
Raid
Legends
Shadow
shit.
Legends is the hottest new RPG.
It has changed my life. I'm like, shut the fuck up! Oh my god. No, it hasn't.
The ad is like 7 minutes long. The actual tips are like 2.
Yeah. It's like, download these 5 programs that are not OBS. And it's like, but Raid
Like,
Shadow
no, shut
Legends.
up. It's like, no, shut up. Talk to me about nested scenes. Come on.
Oh. It was a clickbait. It was totally a clickbait. But you didn't know because you were looking for information and you thought,
Look,
oh, this guy,
anyone
top
who
pick.
okay, anyone who wants a tip right now from OBS, look up nested scenes. It will change your fucking life.
There you go. One tip for today. Look up nested scenes.
Look up nested scenes. I'm telling you, it will change your life.
All right. And besides, gaming, are there other hobbies that you do and or wish to stream?
Well, most of it is gaming, to be honest. I grew up with it. I do sometimes entertain the idea of streaming exercise. Not like actually like lifting weights, but like stuff like DDR or Ring Fit Adventure.
Okay.
I've thought about it, but I also don't want to be on camera, so it's just kind of like, conundrum.
So like
Also, it's also not conductive with the home setup that I have right now, so
Oh, so
I'm
you-
probably not gonna do it. But it's something that I've entertained, just because, like, it would be fun, like adding the same kind of social pressure to perform by like streaming my exercise that I would for just playing more of my games. Like, I feel like that would have an effect. But the setup I have now is not conductive for it, so probably not.
okay, you definitely feel like you need more space for something like that.
More space, and like the microphone setup is kind of weird, and then I have to find a way to wear headphones without having a cord attached to it.
I don't think we're there yet. I mean,
We're not quite there yet.
But
You're gonna have to invest in like Bluetooth for that.
Yeah, and you would need a good computer that can handle that kind of Bluetooth, wave.
Yeah, I have a motherboard that has no Bluetooth, so that's gonna,
Oh, I see. Yeah,
It was how I saved on cost.
Yeah, fair enough. And of course, the headset would cost quite a bit if you
Oh,
want
yeah.
a good one. No, I totally get it. I don't think we're there yet. I just recently found out we can pair more than one device on Bluetooth. I thought it was one pair, that's it. But apparently, we can now. We have the technology.
The technology is there.
The technology is there. I can Bluetooth my headset to my watch. And I was like, my mind is blown. I thought we could only do it one thing.
My God.
When did
Now it
change?
can tell me what time it is, and no one will hear it. Then it starts giving the Power Rangers beep, and it's like, what is it, Sordon?
Yeah, that was my mind blown moment. I don't know why I only assumed that we could pair like a phone to just a headset and not a watch, but I don't know. I've never looked
The weirdest
forward
moment. The weirdest moment I had is when I paired my headphone to my phone, my headset, my earbuds to my phone, and then the phone to the car. And then when the car was on, it would play through the speakers. And then I would turn the car off, and it just immediately switched to the headset. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Something must be connected, damn it. Yeah, dude, Bluetooth on phones is like they're crazy. Like even with when you say don't connect to the phone or don't Bluetooth on car, don't connect to phone. It becomes alive, and it's just like, no, you want speakers blasting, terrible audio coming from your fucking car. That's what you want, right?
Yeah, that was it, right? We got you. Like, anyway, we're gonna put this at like max volume, max bass. Don't worry about it.
I know you had this conversation on your Bluetooth earpiece, but we're gonna put it in your car so everyone can fucking hear it. It's like, why? Why do you do this? I know you're trying, but this is not helping.
First things that come out of the radio speaker: erectile dysfunction.
It's like, that's not for me. That's for a friend. Thank you.
Everyone in the parking lot staring at your car. What?
Oh god. So what's one hot take you would do of yourself if you were a hater?
Like, if I was a hater of myself?
Yeah, of your stream, of yourself, anything like that.
God, that guy doesn't shut the fuck up. Damn, stop going on tangents. I want to see the game.
Oh wow.
There you go.
Okay, shut the fuck up.
It's so fucking annoying. Come on, Lewis.
Can you stop talking about Raid Shadow Legends? God damn it. So he's not even adding, he's just going on and on.
He just keeps playing Fortnite.
I want to see more Star Wars.
Why won't he play more Dragon Ball The Breakers? I'm
I
channeling ass on that one.
I see. So it's the not being able to shut up is your hot take.
Oh, I'm just like very loud and annoying and fun. And I feel like I relate to Tolk as far as like that chaotic energy goes.
Okay. Another chaotic entity.
Oh yeah. Maybe not to the same extent, but we both have that chaotic uncle energy.
Okay.
We're also both married, and that was fun. This is like, wait, we're both married. Oh my god, like we can have married friends?
Yeah. I mean, I'm married as well, so maybe it's a marriage thing.
Holy shit, more married friends!
Yeah, maybe it's the marriage that brings out that chaotic energy. I don't know. I haven't been able to.
You're married. You're just more confident in yourself at that point.
Fair enough. I mean, you already hit your goal in life. So, what more can you go but up? So,
kind of like, I don't gotta impress anyone. I'm married. I've already impressed my wife. Now I can just do whatever the fuck I want, and you can be impressed by it or not. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't gotta prove myself like I'm some teenager.
And I think some of us are beyond that. Like, we're like, okay, like, let's stop with that shit. Like, I'm not fucking 16. I'm not trying to impress anyone.
I don't gotta beat Kingdom Hearts to impress my girlfriend.
Let me show you my gaming prowess.
I'm an alpha gamer.
I have the Sharingan in my back pocket. I will show you my gaming prowess.
God, all I can think of is that like Sonic's 06 fan dub.
Oh my god.
With like Mephiles and Silver. Where it's like, you see, this is my gamer pad. Not many girls come Not many girls come here because I get friend-zoned so frequently, but that's okay. I want to be in the friend zone. I like friends. It's not as pleasant as you think. They don't treat you like a friend. They treat you like an item. Sometimes I wish I could be more than an accessory to these women, but as a gamer, I don't get respect.
Henceforth, my name is Mephiles. Mephiles the emo.
I can quote that scene word for word. It's so fucking funny.
That's
So
such
it's
a
like-
deep-ass voice. I like how menacing he is, though.
It's like, well, I'm not a gamer. Maybe they'll respect me. And that just makes you a beta cuck. That's the difference between you and I, Silver the Hedgehog. I'm an alpha gamer. So anyway, what are we dropping, boys?
I drink Monster on the day.
I eat Doritos and drink Mountain Dew.
What do you do, Silver?
Actually, we just sound like Shadow the Hedgehog now. What are we doing? Well, actually, that works out. Mephiles was trying to be Shadow the Hedgehog, wasn't he?
Yeah, but I mean, he took his model. Yeah, I feel like he'd be like Shadow, but like way more like viscerally dark, I guess is probably how I would say it.
Are you telling me he is Shadow's Shadow?
Yeah. A sh- uh, a shadow among shadows. What is it?
I wonder if
I am
Mephiles also
emo
gets.
squared.
I wonder if Mephiles also gets confused with Sonic.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Wow, Sonic, where'd your mouth go?
Whoa, Sonic is flying. It's just silver. And he's just ripping his ears off because he's like, it's not me.
We're so fucking bad at staying on topic. We're so bad at this.
This is good. This is
love
good.
it.
This is the most
I love
probably interactive experience that we've had. So how do you deal with haters, and what's been your experience with them?
To be honest, I haven't really had any experience with haters on my stream.
Okay.
The closest I got is just like one person that kept trying to railroad me when I was playing Wind Waker. And I mean, even then, it was just kind of like, dude, cut it out. I don't want to have to talk to you about this again.
Railroading? Like, was he backseat gaming?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so he's telling you like all the secrets and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, oh, you're supposed to do this. And I was like, dude, I'm having fun just figuring out on my own. It says no backseating. It's in the rules.
Yeah,
I don't want to have to ban you because I don't really want to ban people unless you're a bot, but don't push me into that. I don't want to. No one wants to be the bad guy here.
Yeah, fair enough. You're supposed to be in a comfy couch, and it's supposed to be like, hey, so you fucked up on this, and like, you should really be optimizing over here. It's like, dude.
I'm the chill one. My wife will drop down a ban hammer on you.
Right. I mean, that's usually what wives do. Honestly, that's what they're.
Yeah, like Jen will do it. Like she'll do it, and I respect anything she does. Like it's like if she bans you, you're fucked.
Yeah, my wife is the same way. She will ban a bot instantly, but like, yeah, anyone dares like disrespect me for whatever reason, I don't even notice it at times, and she's like, ban. I'm just like, what do you do? Don't worry about it. I didn't.
I haven't hit a point where people are just like making fun of me or whatever. But I don't know. Maybe I just have that energy if I literally do not fucking care.
That's
it's like, what are they gonna do? It's like, oh, you're fat. Yeah, cool. All right, bye.
It's like, thanks. For
Yeah.
saving me all this.
No shit. I drew it. What do you think?
Wow, your artist is kind of. You can't draw proportions correctly.
What? I'm fat? Oh my god! I didn't know that while I was drawing my fat model. Holy shit! This is brand new information.
Dude, thank you. I would have never known.
That's honestly part of the reason also why I wanted to make the model fat, because I find it like weirdly empowering to put myself out there with all my imperfections and everything, because it's just kind of like, yeah, this is me. If you don't like it, deal with it. There are like 5 million other streams. You're not gonna miss the dude with a t-shirt.
With the Danny Phantom hair, though.
With the Danny Phantom hair.
So, do you make content on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, anything like that?
Not exactly. Like, I use YouTube as a archive channel because you know how Twitch always like erases your VODs after 2 weeks or 2 months if you got Prime?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't have Prime, so mine go away after 2 weeks. And what I do is that I just export my VODs to YouTube. Okay. So my YouTube channel is just all of my past VODs, all of them. Like even as far back as 2020. So I have the sense of progression of like what my stuff looked like back then, what my stuff looks like now, etc., etc. I do sometimes try to do like highlight compilations on YouTube. It takes a while because like some of them were a little harder to do than others. Like I tried to do a September highlight compilation. It was 40 minutes long. It took forever to edit, and I fucking hated it. It's just kind of like, no, this is not sustainable. There's no way I can do this monthly. This is absolutely not sustainable.
Yeah, I feel
but
that.
I didn't delete it because once again, I don't want to delete my mistakes. I want to learn from them. So it is up there. It's just like a 40+ minute video of like all the stream highlights I did in September.
I can imagine that takes a while.
Yeah, it took a while. It was definitely not sustainable. But another thing I did is this like 2021 with no context video, which honestly was really fun. It's 2 minutes long, and it's basically just like one soundbite from every stream I did in 2021.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you
so it's just 2 minutes long.
Or it was just let the madness ensue kind of thing.
Well, I usually pick like some goofy song. Like I think the 2021 video has like the slide music from Super Mario 64. You know, bing, 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 bing.
Okay.
And it's just 2 minutes of that playing while a bunch of random fucking sound bites are playing one after the other, like in quick succession. Because the entire idea is like, I want to give you like a soundbite from one soundbite from every stream I did. Just kind of give you an idea of how this year went.
Huh.
And it's also really fun because you can kind of see the progression from like just the game to like me like kind of testing the waters with an avatar at the end of the year. And then like I'm working on the 2022 one, and obviously it's not done because the year's not fucking done.
Right. But that's still in the works, is what you're saying.
Yeah. It's mostly done. Like I'm up to date. I'm like as far as like November, December. And once again, you can just kind of see the progression there. Like with like the models, the layouts, and just like the kind of games I'm playing, and just like socializing with more people on my stream, which I didn't do as much before.
That is a very interesting concept of how to integrate all your content in 1 year. That's really cool. I like that idea.
It's really funny. Like let me link it to you really quick. You don't have to watch it right now, obviously, but let me link you the 2021 one. Really quick, if I can find. Yep, no, I didn't need to listen. You don't need to automatically play. It's fine. There you go.
All right, thank you.
The thumbnails are also fun to make.
Let me just take a look at this thumbnail here. Oh wow, okay, that's a lot of shit.
Every game, so many games.
That is a lot of shit in there. Okay, I'll be watching that later. So this is a big question, and if you need a moment to really think about it. Take your time. So, what is your biggest struggle mentally, physically, emotionally, or financially as a VTuber?
For the most part, it's kind of emotionally and financially, because emotionally it's always comparing myself to other people.
Okay.
Like that one, once again, it's kind of hard to stave yourself away from that.
It's gonna happen.
It's very easy to fall into the trap of you see someone, they're VTubing, they got a lot of people, you're happy for them, you look at the follower count, you see that it's higher than you, you know they started after you, and it's just kind of like, oh. But again, I have to remind myself, hey, this is not a personal slight, you're just doing things at your own pace. It's just always like that instant downer, and then having to remind myself, no, none of that. This is not a competition. This is a marathon. Let's go.
That is one wise way of looking at it.
And then there's also just the financial aspect of it. Like, as I've mentioned, I make everything on my channel myself, but there's not a lot of money goes into it. I can't afford to spare a lot of money to my stream. That's part of the reason why I just kind of decide I'll make it myself. And there is a weird amount of pride that I get from being able to say, of hearing someone say, hey, who made your logo? Who made your banner? Who made your layout? Who made your model? And I can say, I did it. I made it. I made all of it. There's like a weird level of like pride that comes from just being able to say that. Just like literally from the ground up self-made channel. But I do sometimes wish that like I just kind of had more money to just be like, hey, I'd like a cool model. And, you know, like I'm kind of taking some steps for that. Like I said, I commissioned a reference sheet, but because I'm commissioning a reference sheet and I don't have that much money, it's just kind of like, all right, I need to make sure that I do as much legwork for this reference sheet as possible
to come out as best quality as they can possibly make it within the parameters.
Yeah, I spent like a month doodling so much shit just to make sure it's like this is what I want, like this is where we started, it kind of went in this direction, like here's the proportions that I'm looking for, like here's an entire drawing of the body, here's the colors, like here's the textures that I was looking for, here's what it looks like without a helmet, here's what it looks like with the helmet, here's what it looks like with a visor, stuff like that. Okay. Like I wanted to make sure that my commissioner had everything they could to take what I did and just make that shit shine, you know? Because I know they'll make it shine, but I just want to make sure they have everything they need.
And there's no like questioning of like what design you were going for at that point.
Yeah.
Because you did all of it. You thought of every angle, for the most part, and you're like, okay, this is going here, here, and here. So, they don't have to imagine what it would be, and you possibly being like, I didn't like that, because you did most of it. No, that makes sense.
Like, I'm going to link you the drawing that I made, mostly just so you can see it. I don't mind if you share it because I don't know exactly how it's gonna turn out. But just so that we're both on the same page in regards to what I was thinking of, as far as. Oh wait, this is actually an old image. Dang it! Wait a second, I got the wrong one. Like of the robot design that I had in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mentioned before, it's very inspired by Skies of Arcadia. Not by fucking Mega Man X. Mega Man X. I fucking say Skies of Arcadia. Come on, Louis.
It's like, oh,
Skies...
my misunderstanding.
Nope. Skies of Arcadia is always in the back of my head somehow, in some way, in some capacity, all the time. God fucking damn it. Okay.
Wow, that must have been quite a shift there.
So yeah, it's just like, so anyway, I'm changing the entire model. We're now dealing with air pirates. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. The entire model is changing now. Okay, so anyway.
Space mechs.
That is the thing that I drew. There was obviously a lot more design work that went into it that I linked to my commissioner, but that is kind of like the end goal.
Okay.
And you're free to share it. I don't mind if you share it. It's just very, as you can see, it's very, very rough.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a picture I took with my phone, and then I just turned up the saturation real high so that it's all black and white.
Mm-hmm. No, but I could tell you took care in the design, what you want, like parts and pieces that you want lit, parts that you want out, jutting out of your shoulders. You have the Danny Phantom hair, awesome, big fan of that. And
yeah, I was very meticulous with making sure that like it was very clear to see like what details I wanted.
Yeah. It gives me not only like Mega Man vibes, but I feel like if you remember the Mecha Sonic from Sonic Adventure, from Sonic 2, like
like Silver Sonic?
Oh wait, no, Sonic 3, Mecha Sonic.
Oh, the one that you fight with Knuckles on Sky Sanctuary.
Yeah, the legs. That gives me a real Mecha Sonic look.
I can see it.
I mean, Mecha Sonic is a cool design. I do have to agree. Just like it's hilarious, tiny legs and then big ass fucking shoes. But it's just like the spikes and shit. It was a really cool design. But yeah.
Yeah, but if you take this image and put it next to Double, you can really see the inspirations.
Oh yeah, you could totally tell that it's Mega Man.
Yeah, like the key inspirations here is like majority Mega Man X, minority Halo.
Okay. I see. Very cool image indeed.
And of course, you got that like cartoony looking Danny Phantom kind of head.
Of course, you gotta have the fucking cool Danny Phantom hair.
Like I drew this first, and then I worked backwards to make the casual design that I have now.
Okay.
Because I wanted the casual design to look like this design, but wearing what I'm already wearing.
I see. Clearly, you took in a lot of work and effort to get this design as clean and as good as you wanted. So I can totally tell you put effort into it.
I tried my best.
And it definitely shows.
Thank you.
So we're nearing towards the end. Do you have any tips for newbies?
I'm telling you, look up nested scenes in OBS. No, I'm kidding.
Great Shadow Legends. They'll change your life.
No. Seriously, nested scenes in OBS will change your life. I ain't kidding. Tips for newbies. It's really weird to think that I can't consider myself a newbie anymore because I've been streaming for 2.5 years and because I was doing YouTube stuff back in like 2013, 2014. It's just wild to me because I always think to myself, nah, I'm not an expert. I'm just some dude. but
Mhm.
I don't think I can get away with saying that anymore. uh,
You have
I think
knowledge. So.
the best thing I can tell people is that you can't stream on Twitch thinking that growth for the sake of growth is okay. Your goal cannot be growth for the sake of growth. You have to have some kind of other goal that you're working towards. Like, and if growth results from working towards that goal, that's good. But first and foremost, you need a goal that is something that you can be proud of without outside stimulation.
Okay.
Like you can't stream because you want people to watch you. You have to stream because you want something else to do with it. And if people end up watching you, that's great. But you don't want your what you consider success or failure to hinge on whether people watch you or not. You will regret it. It will make you miserable.
Mm. I'm pretty sure some of us have tried doing that method and quickly come to realize that you end up miserable. I know
Yeah.
I was definitely one, especially when I was flesh tubing, just trying to stream for the sake of, trying to make it famous and like community growth and shit like that. But like when you weren't getting any of that at all, you're just like, am I really having fun? I'm just streaming for the sake of streaming now. But
Yeah.
now that I
Like,
have this whole setup and thing, I'm actually enjoying getting to know other people, knowing their story, what kind of knowledge you have to share with us if you're willing to share. Some people are just like, I can't really have the time, or I'd rather answer questions like that on my stream, which is totally fine. This isn't for everyone, but like for those of us who can be part of the show and share any sort of knowledge and really figure out how you got to the place that you are, and if you're proud of that, I'm always curious to know of everyone's story.
well, I mean, this is the first time I've ever interviewed as a VTuber, so this is a new experience for me too, and I mean, I'm enjoying it.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
I
mean,
haven't had complaints yet, so
but like, yeah, that's part of the reason why I made sure that my goal was something external, like something extraneous, something like I want to beat my backlog of games. And the reason that's important to me is because whether people watch me or not, I'm still accomplishing my goal.
mm-hmm.
And I'm also lucky in the sense that I went through that intense analytics phase while I was doing YouTube, which is part of the reason why I burnt out on YouTube and stopped doing it.
That's fair.
Because I was chasing the numbers, I was chasing the subscribers, I was chasing the trends. I just wanted my video to get out there. I would like go on Reddit and like make sock accounts and just be like, hey, check out this video. It's like I was that guy, and then I realized really quickly that I was treating this like a job, and like I was treating this like a job,
Mm-hmm.
and it was burning me out. And like there was an amount of pride in the amount of work I put into the editing, but I wasn't seeing that because I was too focused on the growth, and it burned me out real quick, and I stopped doing it. So when I started on Twitch in the middle of 2020, I really early on was like, this cannot be a repeat of YouTube.
It was a vibe check.
Yeah, this cannot be a repeat of YouTube. If it is, then I shouldn't stream. I need a goal outside of that. I need to do something with the streaming that I want. And that's when I decided I want to play my backlog of games. I want a reason to be playing this. And whether people showed up and didn't watch or not, it doesn't matter because I'm accomplishing my goal. I beat a game. On to the next one.
Yeah.
The absolute worst moment for me when I was streaming was when I streamed Alan Wake, because that was a game that I wasn't 100% on. I didn't know if I was going to like it, and I didn't have a lot of followers, so I didn't know if a lot of people were going to show up. And for a majority of the stream, I didn't really have any viewers. Also because I was streaming it in the middle of the weekday, so that was kind of dumb of me.
Mm-hmm.
And this was before I had a solid schedule.
Okay.
And I feel like streaming it with no audience negatively impacted my opinion of Alan Wake. Like, now that I have more followers and now that I have a more consistent schedule and more consistent viewership, I would love to revisit the game and see if my opinion changes. Because I felt really miserable about that game when I was playing it. And I do think that part of it is just that no one was there.
Okay.
And, like, that is the absolute worst for me. And if that is the absolute worst, then I can only go up from there.
Yeah. I I do think some games do require an audience. I can definitely agree with that. Because at that point you're just like really chugging with yourself. At that point, like it's like
Well,
I'm just doing it. Sure, I'm trying to make content, but like it really does help to be pushed by or just talked to by someone.
well, the problem was that with Alan Wake, I was taking my negativity towards not having an audience and pushing it onto the game. So, I mean, honestly, Alan Wake is probably a perfectly fine game, but I was frustrated that no one was there, so I was kind of taking it out on the game.
Oh, okay.
So it's just kind of like I didn't like the game, but I'm just like, did I really not like the game, or was I just frustrated that no one watched?
Okay.
And I think it's the latter.
you came to that conclusion.
Yeah. Like I would like to revisit the game at one point just because I do feel like I'll probably have a better opinion of it, but it's also like, a horror game, so I don't know what I expected. I'm kind of, a bitch when it comes to horror games. But I mean, I played Resident Evil 2 Remake and it was fun and I was screaming half the time and everyone liked it. And I'm just like, I mean, I didn't hate this one, but people were there to watch me scream, so I don't know what the fuck, man.
Maybe they just want to be there to hear you scream.
I don't know, man. The comfy couch vibes really do count for a lot for me.
All right, that's fair. And well, I'm seeing the portal in my universe start to crack. It's gonna be time for you to head out, but I have one last question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know me before I entered your stream?
I knew of you.
You knew of me.
I was told about you by Tolk and Sub Rosa,
Was
but
that
I didn't like.
through the interviews, I'm guessing?
Yeah, mostly just talking to me. Like they talked to me about the interviews, but they also just knew you as someone who was in their community.
Okay.
And like I like to think that like I pay attention to the servers I'm on, but socializing is hard, and if I feel too overwhelmed, I end up ignoring servers. So it just be like that. And like I knew of you, but I didn't actually like go to your channel up until I was told that, hey, we did an interview, and I was like, wait, VTuber interviews are a thing? And I literally spent all of today just listening to you, like I'm listening to a podcast while driving to work and from work and at lunch.
Hey man, I appreciate that. Someone's listening. I'm glad.
I'm just sitting here like driving to work, and then Tolk says, "My friend Lewis, XTR Sunburn." I almost like fucking swerved in the middle of the road. What the fuck? Why are you saying nice things about me? You stop that.
Hey man, you don't know. Someone will recommend you.
I'm an asshole. You stop that. You can't see through my facade. You cut that shit out.
I'm always curious to know how people like come around to knowing me, because I know in like as of now, since I'm kind of like running out of contacts like between servers, I'm trying to reach out to people, and I'm pretty sure they've never heard of me. So that's why I was always curious to know like if you knew me before we did this. So that's always
Well,
fun.
no, I didn't, but I'm glad I do now because like this is legitimately cool. I've never seen anything like this, and it's also really cool just to get a glimpse into the main three of the Outer Reaches. And I also saw that you interviewed someone else, and I don't know anything about them, so I'm gonna go watch them and just be like, oh, cool. What's your deal?
Yeah, we always get interesting people. I have yet to have someone who's been boring. So I love everyone that's been here, and like honestly, what the video that you showed me, I'm thinking of doing like a month, picture of everyone's avatar that has given me, in the hot seat, and putting it like month of December's interviews, and then just have everyone's like avatar there.
Oh, that's cool. You could do like a group shot and then like hanging it up as like a picture in your background or something. Like, you could commission art or something.
Hell yeah! Like I was thinking of something like that for like at the end of the month, how many people I've interviewed in it, and then look back at it and be like, damn, I interviewed that many people. That many people.
That is how the no context videos feel. Like every time I look at this, I'm just like, holy crap! Like I went from this at the start of the year to this at the end of the year. Holy shit!
Yeah, and I just, and to think that this all came out of me waking up one day being like, you know what, I want to interview someone. I don't know how. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna try. And that's what I did, and it seems to be a positive thing. So I'm glad.
Good news, you did it.
I did it.
You did it.
I did it. So before before the portal opens up anymore, do you have a question for me before you end up going back to the universe that you came from, Danny Phantom?
Before I end up hopping back into the ghost zone, you mean?
Yeah.
To be honest, we spent so much time going off tangents and rambling that I can't really think of anything because I already feel like this felt less like an interview and more just like hanging out, to be honest.
And that's been something I've been trying to, work towards. That it's a more chill environment. Sure, I have a couple hot questions that require like specific answers, but hey, if we go tangent about fucking Star Wars and Sonic, I'm all about that shit. I love it.
I will stop this interview for 30 minutes to talk about Star Wars and EA.
Let's go.
I will turn this car around.
Well, friend, thank you so much for being part of this interview in Chill Zone. Where can people find you? What are your plugs? What are you doing this week?
I'm XTR Sunburn. And this week I'm doing nothing because it's gonna be Christmas, and I just kind of went on the schedule. It's like, nope, nothing this week for me.
No.
Later, Chief. But I'm XTR Sunburn in most places. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, some other stuff. I don't know. Those are the three I pay attention to for the most part.
Fucking DeviantArt. Let's go. I kid.
No, thankfully, DeviantArt is another username, and you'll never find it.
All right, so
everyone has one, and you know it. Everyone has a DeviantArt.
Hey, that's the subject to talk about. Let's talk about our cringe art from way back in the day.
No. Anyway, I'm ollying out. Bye.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. And if you have any more friends to bring into the hot seat, I'm total game to, interview them. It could be VTube, it could be IRL. We could talk about whatever. We could go on tangents all day. I'm all ears, and I will comment. So just bring them up, and we'll see if they have the time. But thank you so much for everyone and our guests for coming on. I'm Mariachi Loki, and my friend is heading back towards the portal. We'll see you all in the next one. Adios, everyone.
I'll see you all in the Ghost Zone, apparently.
Ghost Zone out!